What is up, everybody? What's up, everyone? I had to do it. Batman is in the house. Batfleck. This, ladies and gentlemen, was what I wore to Full Circle Snyderverse. And apparently, according to the man himself, the creator of hashtag sell ZSJL to Netflix, sell Snyderverse to Netflix movement, apparently, by me wearing this, I inspired Skywalker the Jedi to wear the black Superman costume from Zack Snyder's Justice League at Full Circle Snyderverse Day 3. And that is what got Skywalker the Jedi to be picked and to ask the question of all questions about Zack Snyder being interested in a third party continuing the Snyderverse, giving us Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 and 3. So, fitting, right, that for BVS, Netflix Engagement Watch Party, had to bring this full circle once again. For anybody who's new and doesn't know what we're doing here, welcome. Yesterday was a momentous day. It was the LA premiere of Rebel Moon, Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon original IP sci-fi fantasy adventure, exclusively on Netflix. But the leader of hashtag sell ZSJL to Netflix, sell Snyderverse to Netflix, was there at the premiere on the red carpet and actually got to speak with some actors and production people in the movie. And it's amazing. Like, there's a lot going on with the Syndicate Network, the Cool Table right now, but I did check in with Skywalker the Jedi, and he gave me his blessing to go ahead and go through with this. I did a Man of Steel watch-along and a Wonder Woman watch-along that was piggybacked off of the official Man of Steel and Wonder Woman hashtags sell ZSJL to Netflix, sell Snyderverse to Netflix watch parties. Those are all on Skywalker the Jedi's channel. You can see it right there. It's on the ticker right there. See it? Skywalker tweet. So that's his Twitter. If you go to his Twitter, you can find his YouTube there. And so all of those handles that are at the bottom, the @ signs after the hashtag sell information, those are members of the Syndicate Network Cool Table. So you should go follow those people to know what's going on. We are 1 week away from the drop, the official drop of Rebel Moon on Netflix. Yes, 1 week from today, right around, kind of around this time. So 7 o'clock Pacific, I believe 9 Eastern. That is the official drop time of Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon on Netflix. So that day, a week from today, on Thursday, December 21st, we will be hashtagging all day, all night. Hashtag sell ZSJL to Netflix and hashtag sell Snyderverse to Netflix. You may be asking yourself, why are you hashtagging sell ZSJL to Netflix, sell Snyderverse to Netflix instead of hashtagging Rebel Moon? Good question. Valid question, right? If you don't understand how Twitter works, okay, hashtag release the Snyder Cut was a global phenomenon, okay? We fans, somebody who was a part of that, and I know Skywalker the Jedi and the Cool Table members were too, we learned how Twitter operates. It's all about algorithms, okay? So the reason why this movement in particular is hashtagging sell ZSJL to Netflix, sell Snyderverse to Netflix, as I understand it, I don't want to speak to anyone as from the Cool Table, but that is the message that we are trying to get across. The way Twitter X works is if you use 2 hashtags only in a post per tweet or X, whatever you want to call it, that's what's picked up and goes into the trending, okay? So The rules of engagement were established by Skywalker the Jedi and Leon of the New Geeks. Okay. So that's the point and the big picture that this movement is trying to get across, right? We understand Zack Snyder has an IP, Rebel Moon, that we supported. We are. Reason being, we're doing a watch along for that event on the 21st. But we're also hashtagging this. And if you're like, well, I don't know, I feel like weird hashtagging this when Rebel Moon drops. Here's the thing that you might not know. If you put two hashtags, if you use these two hashtags, but you also type in without a hashtag Rebel Moon, that will go and help it trend. So if you go to my X or Twitter, which is my handle, at Josh62488, let me remove the banner. So right there, you can see an example of tweets that I've been doing. I've been using the two hashtags, but I've also been putting Rebel Moon in the text. And you know what was trending today, y'all? Cell ZSJO, Netflix wasn't trending that I saw. Cell Snyderverse to Netflix wasn't trending that I saw. But what was trending? Rebel Moon was trending. Zack Snyder was trending today. Snyder was trending today. I saw that. And that's because the hashtag wasn't trending, but those texts, that text was trending. So hopefully that kind of helps you understand why we are doing what we're doing. There are other people who are not, that I'm aware of, supporting these two hashtags. They only support one of them. I believe they only support this one, the Cell Snyderverse, and they're mixing the hashtags. That is going against the ROEs. The reason we're not mixing hashtags is we are communicating with Netflix, and Netflix understands that we are a certain segment of Snyder fans. That is a quote from Scott Stuber, the head of Netflix Film. Okay? Because we have differentiated ourselves from toxic behavior. We are all about, number one, being positive. Do not use these hashtags and be negative. If you do, you will be called out and you'll be, quote unquote, excommunicado from some of the Cool Table members, because we don't want to be toxic. We're all about being positive. We're all about focusing where Zack Snyder is, where it's not toxic. WBD was a toxic place for him. We know that. He's talked about it, how even while he was doing the Snyder Cut, it was compromised and he was operating with handcuffs on. So we're not talking to WBD no more. We're talking to Netflix. And it's so interesting to me. I'm just going to be real honest. I know I only have a few people in here right now as I'm just getting started, but I'm giving y'all a heads up. The bots are out. There might be bots watching right now. I'm going to tell y'all something that happened just 30 minutes before this watch party started. I had this set up for 8 o'clock, okay? And anybody, somebody who unveiled himself after Full Circle because of people lying about Skywalker the Jedi and Sil Abdul and Leon of the New Geeks, what was happening. That's why I came out of the shadows and put myself on camera, right? I'm just a fan. That's all I am, just like all you people that support this movement. Nobody. But I'm a passionate fan, as you can see, as me. Yes, I'm a goofy person, but I'm a passionate person. That's my number one thing. And I rock out with Zack Snyder's work. That's what resonates with me. This MFer, this version of this character that Zack gave us is what I rock out with. And a lot of people don't like that we rock out with Zack so hard, right? We're so committed and we're mobilized and we're being effective. We're being put in Forbes and comicbookmovie.com articles, and our movement is being recognized by like Variety that's interviewing Zack Snyder, and quote, as of yesterday, Zack Snyder said, hey, you know what? Don't say I'm done. I'm out. He said, never say never, with an optimistic smile. So that just tells me Zack is interested. We did have the answer multiple times that Zack Snyder wants to continue his DC universe. And he has quoted on the press tour saying, if Netflix in particular gets the rights, yes, I will continue this universe on Netflix. So there's a lot of people that don't like that we're getting these answers because it goes against their narrative. So anyways, I was at the gym earlier before the stream preparing it. And if you've tagged me on anything on Twitter X, you might have realized how like I have a very fast mind. I process information very fast. And you may have seen posts I've made if you followed me for a while that I speed up when I'm watching stuff on Replay Crew on YouTube. I listen to it at ×2 speed because I process it so fast for me in particular. And my reaction time on Twitter X is actually very quick as well. So anyways, I was at the gym, and because I was at the gym doing cardio stuff, I was looking at my Twitter notifications, and like in real time, I was getting a lot of like retweets and shares, and because we're promoting the event that's happening a week from today. And all of a sudden, my Twitter X just kind of like froze up, and I saw some weird people like commenting on my trend posts because I'm part of a marketing team that is helping spread awareness, grassroots effort of the fan movement. We're just spreading the word about the trending event and getting a lot of newcomers and a lot of traction. But like right at 7:30, something weird happened. And I looked and I was like, wait, I couldn't click on anything. And right at 7:30, 3 or 4 accounts randomly at the same time, which makes me believe it was a scheduled thing, retweeted and reshared my post and just kind of mocking our movement and just like, why are y'all only using 2 hashtags? This is just, this is embarrassing. Y'all are embarrassment. Nah, nah, nah. They're gaslighting us, guys. Why? Why are we only using the 2 hashtags? Because we know how to be effective and how to get stuff trending and noticed by Hollywood trades, which then gets reported directly to Zack Snyder, which then leads us to answers from Zack Snyder directly that antis don't want to hear. They don't want to hear that Zack wants to continue. They don't want to hear that we're mobilizing and being effective and effectively trending. And it's just funny to me. Like, the bots are out, y'all. The bots and the burners, you can tell. The ones that have reshared my post, my last post about Twitter X. They're trying to gaslight and they're doing whatever they can. And I don't care. I'm not going to comment on them. I don't want you guys to comment on them or attack anybody. What I want you to do is use the hashtags and follow the ROEs and engage with Netflix, which is what we're about to do. But it's just funny. I just saw that earlier and I was like, ooh, interesting. They all did it right at 7:30. One of them is somebody that people in the YouTube space might know. But in like the other 2 are like, if you just scroll down their timeline and, you know, how Still Abdul has talked about how, you know, no name, no face, and then your name and then a bunch of numbers after it. It's all the same behavior. It's all these bots and these burners that WBD has used for years and been exposed recently. These corporations have been exposed because they themselves have been creating mandates to make fans feel bad for feeling ways that we feel honestly about products that are coming out. So it's funny to me. It just makes me laugh. It makes me smile. It makes me really, really, really wanting to go harder 1 week from today for hashtag sell ZSJ to Netflix, sell Snyderverse to Netflix. But anyways, I want to go ahead and get caught up in the chat real quick. I want to give a special shout out to Mr. Qatar himself, who says hashtag sells ZSJL to Netflix, sells Snyderverse to Netflix. This man has actually been doing watch-alongs himself with Netflix. I wanted to say thank you so much, Qatar, for continuing to engage with Netflix. We here at this movement, our main focus is to engage, and that's what's got us noticed by the head of film, Scott Stuber. It's great to trend, right? It is great to trend, but the most important thing is to engage, and this community has been showing out for stuff that's not just DC. Been doing Skywalker the Jedi has been doing cartoons and serial, and every morning waking up, showing up for us, pressing play, and that is the most effective thing. So if you can't do the hashtags, that's okay. People got work, people got lives, families. We understand. But the most important thing, if you have Netflix on your phone, if you have it on your TV and you're not doing anything, pick a DC movie that was added as of December 1st like Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, which is what we're about to watch, Wonder Woman 2017, Wonder Woman 1984, Suicide Squad 2016, which is trending number 7 on top movies as of today. Black Adam, The Rock, has entered back into the top 10 as number 10 last time I witnessed it. And I think DC SuperPets was number 8 or 9. So that's good. But also there is Shazam and Shazam Fury of the Gods and Birds of Prey. And yeah, that's all the movies that really matter. But yeah, if you have Netflix, push play and go ahead and do those watch-longs with us, or just have it looping in the background. But anyway, shout out to Qatar. You have been doing watch-longs yourself, sir, and I really, really appreciate that. Going to do replay crew. Yeah. I saw your watch-longs are like 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. my time, so I apologize. I've had to do replay crew myself on yours. But yeah, thank you for doing it, sir. You get some rest and do replay crew. Smash the like, share the stream. But most importantly, engage with Netflix. That's the number one thing. Guy Castillo's way in the house. What's going on, Castillo? And Qatar saying, yeah, hit the like button. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. We will get started here. If anybody has any comments about what happened yesterday, about this premiere of Rebel Moon and Skywalker the Jedi being on the ground floor, any comments or questions about how that went, just let us know, because man, it was an exciting time for this movement. Yeah. Castillo's Way says it's amazing how they keep using the same tactics that we, the audience, knows what's up, right? I was just talking about this. The bots are out, y'all. The bots are coming. The birders are coming. The birders are coming. I've seen it. I literally saw it. I recorded it. I can show you. I'm gonna show it to the cool table. I'm thinking they're scheduling tweets and they're starting to gaslight us into thinking that we're doing something wrong. Do not engage with them. Do not be negative to them. Do not even call them out. Engage with Netflix and hashtag our hashtags. That is the number one thing to do. All right. Follow the ROE. Skywalker the Jedi has laid them out in plain English for you. I said them earlier, but he says them better every stream that he's on. But if you don't know what those are, let me know, and I will try to do my best. We got Sickness in the house. What's going on, Sickness? Thanks for joining. Hey, we got a cool table member himself, the good Austin. Shout out to the good Austin. He had that fire reveal for us on Freezing Cold Takes, his YouTube channel. He was actually live earlier on the Sil Nation Sport Network. I got to pop in. He was streaming with Sil. But he actually designed the full hashtag sell ZSJL to Netflix logo. So that design said Netflix at one point, and the good Austin and Necron, Lord Necron, right there, the ticker on the bottom of the ticker, he sent it to get approved by Ink to the People. Ink to the People has a long-standing relationship with Zack Snyder. Said, let me send it to Wes. Wes is Zach's right hand, Zach and Debbie Snyder's right hand man, producing partner, does everything. He was a great guy to meet at Full Circle. And yeah, they approved Zach's logo. Well, Zack Snyder had to see the logo, right, to approve it. The good Austin put 2 and 2 together, because this logo is the logo that's on the back of the sell ZSJL to Netflix, sell Snyderverse to Netflix. And then there's also the Full Circle logo that there was t-shirts sold at Full Circle. And there was a real interesting looking design that is similar to this. And when you lay the Full Circle logo on top of this logo, it's some like Da Vinci Code type stuff, like hidden messages that is mind-blowing. Essentially, the good Austin, the Flash himself, the good Austin, found out that Zack Snyder was rocking with us. If you lay those images on top of each other, hidden messages reveal that we are on the right path. So shout out to the good Austin. Qatar's got a yeah. Peace out. No worries. No worries. We'll get started here in a minute, but hashtag MV4E, Mikey Verse Forever. Shout out, dear friend of ours, Mikey Sutton. He's no longer with us, but he is with us, right? His legacy lives on because these t-shirts, I'm going to go ahead and plug them. Mikey's comic book artist, Noel Leon Flores, designed these t-shirts. I'm going to go ahead and plug these and we'll get started so y'all start getting your Netflix ready. So these t-shirts, I believe today or tomorrow is the last day to get these t-shirts designed. So this is the first one. This is the Zack Snyder Justice League. So you can see it's got everyone on there, including Martian Manhunter, John Stewart, Green Lantern, which was filmed for the Snyder Cut, but WBD did not let them include that. So we're going to get that when it shows up on Netflix eventually. But yeah, Darkseid's in the background. So on the back of the shirt is the hashtags with the logo. We must let go of the life we have planned so as to accept the one that is awaiting for us. Hashtag sell is the way in all the logos. So the logos, this logo was given by Wayne T. Carr. And then Good Austin found out when you lay this logo on top of the Full Circle logo, hidden messages revealed that we are rocking out with Zack Snyder and Zack Snyder's rocking out with us. So keep going, y'all. You're on the right path. We're going to get this thing sold. So this is available. This is going away, as according to Lord Necron. So if you want this to be a part of history, this is a historical movement, y'all. Go to Ink to the People. Let me put that banner up real quick. Right there at the bottom, inktothepeople.com/sells-ZSJL. So this is one. It's going away soon as of tomorrow. And here is another design. So this one, I have it in black, but right now the white is available. It kind of actually looks cleaner in my opinion because Cyborg really stands out on the white. So yeah, this design in white is available at inktothepeople.com. It's only available till tomorrow. So we want to rock out with Mr. Bloodaxe himself. So get one of these to show your love for Ray Fisher. And sure enough, it's got the logo on the back. So support Ink to the People. All the proceeds go to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, a cause that's very, very, very important. I don't want to bring the stream down at all. I got some really bad news that extended family member suffered from a loss, and it basically goes right into AFSP. That type of, I don't want to say it, but you understand what I'm saying, right? So the holidays are a hard time, y'all. We never know what somebody's going through. I have been touched by loss, and I got to share that with Zack Snyder. And thank y'all to this movement for doing these T-shirts. It really means a lot. It really does, and it's important. So here's the last design. It is the one and only design of the full John Stewart Green Lantern. So this was shot by Zack Snyder and was supposed to be in the movie. And WBD did not let him put it in. But you know what? Somehow this movement got that full design. I wonder who gave it to him. I'm just saying. I don't know. I really don't know. But all of these T-shirts that I just showed are available until either tonight or tomorrow. You might need to get them tonight. I don't know how it works. If it may be, I know it's till the 15th, but at midnight it might, expire. So 1 week from today, we will no longer be having these. And I see Good Austin is talking. Yeah, the Emerald Cut. You might want to have this when Wayne T. Carr, John Stewart Green Lantern shows up in the Emerald Cut. I'm just saying, this is going to be part of history. This might be a collector's item. I don't know how much, you might want to get 2, 3. I don't know. I'm going to place an order myself, actually. I have one to stock, one to rock. So anyways, these go to support these proceeds go directly to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. And we know how much that means to Zack Snyder in this movement. All right. Gonna go ahead. Sorry for the tangent. I did want to share that, that this is really important to me. So thank you. Yeah, Good Austin says, I want to ask Sky about the movie so bad, but I don't want him to give me spoilers on accident. I know. No spoilers. No spoilers. I was so sick. Oh, I'm sorry, man. So sick yesterday. Thanks for joining. No. I hope you feel better, man. That's yeah, there's a lot of people getting sick around this time. So take care of yourself, homie. Yep. Zach was telling us, sell is the key. Sell is the key. Castilla's Way. All right, you ready? You ready? Castilla's Way. And we're going to get started and catch up with the chat, and then we're going to press play. Thanks for explaining again. Yeah. All right. Thanks, Austin. I saw you sent me some stuff. So thank you. Let's see. Oh, Necron in the house. Thanks so much, Necron. Thanks for showing some love. I always drop in to your metal jam sessions. Yeah. Thanks, Austin. Yeah, it was really, really shocking what I got. It kind of thank you, Castilla's Way. It really affected my whole family. It's extended family, so that's sport. Yeah. But y'all guys really seeing y'all pull together for charity and an important cause is really what is all about. It's just what it's all about, and one of the reasons why I rock out with y'all so hard. Twitter DMs. And all right. Gonna order another t-shirt because thank you, Good Austin. You know, and I'm gonna order I think I'm gonna order some Christmas presents myself, since today is the last day. So all right, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Let me queue up my Netflix. So what I have to do is Batman is gonna be listening. I'm gonna have Netflix playing with subtitles. And I'm going to be listening to my headphones. I saw how Sky does it. I was like, how does he do all this? He's a pro. All right. Everyone get your Netflix queued up. I'm going to do a countdown. And if for some reason your Netflix needs a buffer or something, let me know. And we will give you the timestamp. All right. Here we go. Going to do a countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. BVS on Netflix. Let's go. There was a time above. A time before. This dialogue, man. So good. Let's see. Sky said that I think I'm there it is, Solomon Grundy. Okay. That's the grave Solomon Grundy grave he just passed, right? Because I remember I saw it like when it first came out, and then I don't think I saw it again. Wayne's, hey, Jeffrey D. Morgan, and Maggie. Any Walking Dead fans in the house? Bruce. Sorry if you see me fumbling, my audio got a little out of sync, so I'll catch up in a second. My timestamp, Costello's Way, I am on 1:35 coming up. Looks like the barrel says Holly Hunter, the barrel of the guns being pointed by Joe Chill. Let me know if you need another one. What's up, Solomon? I'm at 1:50, 1:50. See Bruce running. Thomas Wayne, 1:55. He's clenching his fist, about to ball it up. 1:60. Gunshot. Boom. Thomas Wayne. Yeah, she's gorgeous. I always think of Maggie when I see her, but happy she was Batfleck's mom, right? She's a badass. I don't know if anybody finished out Walking Dead. I did, actually. It was a chore, man, but I did it. I did it. And it was good to see. Now Maggie's got her own spin-off. So, all right, Mr. J's in the house. What's up? Let me know if you need a timestamp, Mr. J. Seeing Martha. Martha bit the dust. Or Martha. Pearls. Yeah. Walking Dead was like, that's the thing. I go to Comic-Cons, so it was like such a big deal. Such a big deal. And I remember when I was at a former high school friend's house, and they showed me, I think, during like season 3. And I was like, holy crap, this is like on television. And then it just kind of like got a little crazy, right? All right. So who else gets a little like Batman Begins feel when they see this this scene? Like seeing the bats in that little crevice. I would be freaked out. I would be freaked out. There. This is a crazy part too. And the bats swirl around him. Okay, I'm gonna watch Dead City eventually. Eventually. So who when you first saw this, who thought this really happened? Did you realize it was a dream, or did you were like, because I had somebody I saw it with was like, they almost were like scoffing at this part. They were like, oh. And I was like, hold on. Solomon, you thought that really happened? A beautiful lie. So in the dream. So he's having a fever. So we're establishing this is Bruce, what he's haunted by. Right? Until a new nightmare enters his mind, which we're about to see. Woo! There he is. Bruce Wayne. Literally being Batman, but not in the Batman suit. Okay. Castillo's Way. You saw it 4 times in the theater. What's up, my man? I would like you to guess how many times I saw BVS. Because I don't want to reveal all my spending habits, but y'all know I'm a DC fan, right? I'll just say this. The Dark Knight, if I'm being honest, in college, Dark Knight was one of my favorite movies. I saw that 17 times. 17 times. So my goal, that came out when I was in college. When BVS came out, my goal was to top that. So, just saying. Hey, we got Sin Havoc in the building. How's it going, Sin Havoc? Yeah, I had to do this. What's up, everyone in the chat? Bruce Castillo Lace 5 times. Sin Havoc 6 times. Yeah, so good. It was an experience. Yeah, okay. I was in college, y'all. I was living with my grandparents, so I was privileged enough to have a job and to be not having to pay rent. I was a little spoiled. I don't come from money or anything like that, but I was just working 2 jobs. And in 2008, I was like, I don't really got anything better to do. Go see that movie again. Never at that time in 2008, when I saw Dark Knight, would I imagine Batman and Superman in a movie together. So I was blown away by this film. I loved it. I was interviewed by Bat Dan, and I'll be honest, Man of Steel, when I first saw Man of Steel, I was not completely sold on it because of the mindset at that time. I watched Smallville, and I just wanted a Superman movie. I was ready because I saw the journey of Clark Kent, and I just wanted a Superman movie, right? That was what I wanted. And so when I saw Man of Steel, I liked it. I loved Henry Cavill. I loved Zod. I loved Lois. But I was just like, oh, he's not Superman yet. And then somebody pointed out to me and was like, whoa, is it called Superman? What is it called? I was like, oh, it's Man of Steel. When I saw this scene, when I saw this in the trailer, that they were bringing in Batman, because of the climax of Man of Steel, we were getting Batman. I was like, oh, I knew what he was doing. I got into the mindset of Zack Snyder. And I was like, okay, you're establishing Superman existing, but Batman's going to be the one that starts helping him on his journey to be Superman. That's what happens, right? Wally. Everyone thought he was the Flash, right? You're the boss, boss. God. Ben, to me, I don't know how anybody feels, but growing up on Batman the animated series, he's perfect to me. He's perfect. Yeah, this little part. Grab that little girl. He does like nothing. You know he's freaking out. He's like, holy sh. I actually saw Batman Begins in theaters for free. Oh, nice. That's awesome. I saw Batman Begins probably like 5 times, I think. I saw Batman Begins like 5 times in 2005. I was in high school then, so I didn't have as much money. There must be a retrograde or something because the betas are betaing today. Yeah, did you see that, Osa Fresh? I'm telling everyone, I'm warning. Hey, there he is, Superman and Zod. And that look, oh man, oh, that's Batman. He doesn't even need the suit, right? That's Batman. So falls the House of Wayne. A little foreshadowing. 18 months later. Yeah, the betas are out, y'all. The betas are coming. The birders are coming. The birders are coming. Do not engage. Be positive, y'all. Do not let those distract us. Okay? They're going to say all kinds of stuff. They're going to gaslight us. Why are you trending these hashtags? Why aren't you hyping up everyone? Do not listen to them. We know we've called it out. Still Abdul has called it out. Skywalker has called it out. Leon's called it out. Good Austin's called it out. Necron's called it out. Mikey called it out all the time. God rest his soul. Don't pay any attention to them. Follow the ROEs. Put Rebel Moon in the text if you have a problem with using only the 2 hashtags. Because guess what? Like I said earlier, Rebel Moon was trending. Snyder was trending. Zack Snyder was trending. All without hashtags. Why? Because the text of tweets or X's had that. So if you don't want to use just those 2 hashtags, it's fine. Put it in the text of your post. Saw it before they released it. They had screen tests the film before releasing theater standard procedure. Yeah, that's awesome. Sin Havoc says, Betaverse can do whatever they want. It's sell or nothing. Yes, sir, Sin Havoc. That's what's up. Kryptonite. So I was glad they didn't use Kryptonite for Man of Steel looking back. And they came up with the atmosphere as a type of weakness that Clark or Kal-El had to get used to fight Zod. And then Kryptonian weaponry, Zach revealed this. Something I didn't really think about, but Kryptonian weaponry is also something in this world, Snyderverse, that hurts Clark. So it all kind of makes sense. I was like, oh, okay. You're thinking outside the box. You're not just trying to go to Kryptonite right away. But of course, part 2. There she is. Ace reporter, Lois Lane. I'm not a lady, I'm a journalist. Anatoly. Come on. Jimmy. Poor Jimmy. So that actor, he played Julian Luthor on Smallville, as a Smallville fan. I know Sky doesn't watch that, so I'm trying to I missed the like a fourth of BVS Watchalong. So I only got the end of it. So Julian Luthor, Jimmy Olsen, was a Smallville alumni, much like much of the Man of Steel cast. So I think Snyder did his homework. And he was also in Army of the Dead on Netflix. In that beginning section with Zeus. Ooh. So all this was very like, whoa, what is happening, right? Because you're used to like, oh, 2016. You're like, oh, it's gonna be happy-go-lucky. No, this is real stuff. African warlord or terrorist, like, right? Whatever you want to call them. Lois is giving their side of the story. What's going on in this side of the country? She's getting to know what's happening. But little does she know, some billionaire philanthropist has set up a little bit of a trap. These mercenaries are actually playing both sides and framing a certain somebody. Sin Havoc says Kryptonian atmosphere is referencing to different densities and dimensions. Ah, interesting. Okay. So maybe like, what are you talking about? Are you talking about like the Phantom Zone? That dimension? That would be crazy. Boom, the Superman. Looking fresh. Got the slicked hair, a little different from Man of Steel. Hey, just that nod. Just that nod. Shout out to Retro Nerd Girl. Did not even. She pointed out that actress there was Hunter B-15 from the Loki series, and I was like, oh yeah, it is her. I didn't even recognize her in that Loki series. Holly Hunter, Elastigirl from The Incredibles. Love The Incredibles. The best Fantastic Four movie. Not even, I think, to God. It's like very like serious stuff, right? Happening in this movie. And I think that's what kind of like really threw people for a loop. Like they were like, oh, this is heavy. This is heavy, right? This is like, no, this is Zack Snyder showing us that this is what would happen in our world if superhero gods, metahumans existed in our world. And I appreciated that 100%. That was not something in Dark Knight at all, was it? Speaking of billionaires, did you hear Charlie Hunnam confirmed he was approached to be Green Arrow? As I'm glad he said no to Hamada. Who knows what kind of abomination that would have been. Yeah. So I did see that interview. I had heard, not on camera, but I had heard for a long time that he's quoted, he's just not interested in superhero roles, y'all. He's just not. But you know what? Ben Affleck wasn't interested in Batman. Hey, Clark Joe. Ben Affleck wasn't interested in Batman until Zach talked to him. So look at that. Clark Kent. Look at MFer. Straight from the comics. Lois looking sexy in the tub. Zach knows how to flatter while being tasteful. Think about what did happen. So this part, I didn't kill those people. It didn't really make sense right in the theatrical until you see the extended cut where you see those mercenaries shot people but then burn their bodies afterwards to make it seem like Superman came and caused all this death with his heat vision. Don't know if what's possible. So this version, I think if you weren't really paying attention, you weren't locked in, these little details might go over your head. I remember I had a real good friend from high school. We watched this movie together, and she literally turned to me after the movie, and she's like, "Wait, so why were Batman and Superman fighting?" I was like, but she was like distracted. She was like flirting with me. So, Clark and Lois. That's a hot scene. If you've seen the extended cut, you see the real version. So yeah. Back to you, Callisto's Way. Yeah, I think you're asking him right now, and the man was sick apparently at the red carpet. I don't know if y'all heard, but so maybe if he's asked by the right person, things might change. But let him live his life right now. He has been quoted as not wanting to play superhero roles for a long time. So we got to start thinking outside the box. If it's not Charlie, who would you cast for Green Arrow? I do think Charlie, the more I think about it, looking at him at the red carpet, he's awesome, but he's kind of youthful in my opinion. And I feel like Batman, this Batfleck, who's been around in Gotham for 20 years, would have came across Green Arrow, Oliver Queen. So maybe somebody a little bit slightly older, not too old, because I do want that Black Canary. But who would y'all cast if it's not Charlie Hunnam as Green Arrow? Phantom Zone is a dimension, yes, but off of a different star system, galaxies. Oh, okay, awesome. Charlie Hunnam said if Zach and his team were working on Green Arrow. Oh, okay. I missed that part of the quote. I saw the video, but I didn't hear him say that. I saw the interview with comicbook.com. Orm's father, King Alpha, was killed during Man of Steel. Oh, really? Where did you get that detail? Is that in the novelization, or is that something soon to be revealed? Sin Havoc. No spoilers, though. No spoilers. I actually just got my advanced screening tickets to Aquaman for the 20th, so I will be seeing it a few days early for free. So don't spoil if that's yeah. All right. I'm 100% sure if Zach asked him to do it, he won't say no after Zach gave him the Kai role. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, Kai wasn't the role he was supposed to play, right? And then he begged Zach to give him that role. Oh, Netflix stopped Solomon. Okay, we are coming up on 1945. We got the police officer looking at 1950. 1955. It's got that dream lens effect. Right on 20 minutes. We see the reveal of the brand, the Bat brand. Here we go. That's the whole reason I wore this. So cool. Yeah. That was straight out of Dark Knight. That was straight out of Dark Knight Returns. If you know that comic book, it was like a creature of the night, right? Scurrying on that wall. He branded him. That was that was a scary Batman reveal, right? It's not that epic, that ominous Michael Keaton type, right? Reveal. But we still saw that presence. Man, that Bruce Wayne elevator scene was. Alfred my favorite Alfred Pennyworth. But not for lack of trying. Scar from the Lion King. Funnel Fairy Butterball. So we see that he's already preparing. Here's the question. Do y'all think that underneath the cowl was the Batfleck suit for the solo movie that he's working on, or just a new type of cowl for Justice League? Maybe it's the Justice League cowl. Anatoly, KG Beast. This actor is also in Civil War, which also came out right after BVS. So the actor, when I saw him in this and then I saw him, I was like, wait a minute. Hey, you were just in Batman Superman. So shout out to that actor getting his bag. High stakes round. Listen, new rules for people that don't want to pay attention. We're criminals. We've always been criminals. Nothing's changed. Rogues Gallery. So Batman did have a no-kill rule, but after things that happen, men fall from the sky, thunderbolts, innocents die. Escalation, the fever, the rage, powerlessness. Good men. Cruel. So, did anybody here, feel free to be honest, it's fine. We're amongst friends. Did anybody have issues with this no-kill rule Batman being dropped? Because I'll be honest, yeah, it was a little jarring because we're used to that Batman from Dark Knight, right? So we saw that trilogy and he's like, no killing, no killing. But ultimately, he does kill people. But then people want to say, oh, Batman the Animated Series. You could go back to every cinematic Batman and they've all killed people, okay? It's not a cartoon. We were dealing with a real world, obviously. Just like Alexander Luthor Jr., that Zach reinvented. And I loved it. I loved who liked Jesse Eisenberg's Lex and who didn't. I'm going to start something. I used to dress up as Batman 89 all the time when I was a kid and watch Batman. No shame at all. Dress up. Yeah. Batman 89 was my first. I was born in 88 and 89 was the next year, and watched that on home video probably when I was like 2 or 3. Adam West Batman was my first Batman. But then I must have saw him like back to back, really. I was probably like 3 when I saw Adam West, and then maybe, I don't know, maybe I was 2. I love Batman from an early age. That's all that matters. The death of Robin must have been also fucked up his psyche. Yeah. Yes, it was a little bit, but I got over it. Batman has always killed directly. And yes, I liked his Lex. Yep, you're right, Crystal's Way. He has. He tries not to kill, right? But he kills. The beginning Batman, the very first iteration, literally used the gun that Joe Chill used to kill his parents. He had it in a holster. Go look at the designs, all right? Batman was hanging fools, pushing them off cliffs, pushing them in vats of chemicals, killing people. He was like Punisher. So Zach really did know comic accurate Batman when you think about it. But you are giving this iteration, and what is this Batman's arc going to be in a world of metahumans where a Superman exists? That is something new. And Zach gave us a story that comes full circle, right, by the end of this movie. So let's watch it all play out. Little Easter egg reference that I love right there. When his head moves, you see Superman with the Action Comics. Right there. See him? Action Comics #1. Superman with the car. Comic book cover. I think that was Alex Ross recreation. So that statue, literally, I went to Comic-Con in 2016. They had that statue outside the San Diego Convention Center. Just like that. They had that, the Batmobile, Batfleck's Batmobile, and something else. Oh, they had huge Batman and Superman statues. It was so cool to see. And then during a South by Southwest in 2018, they brought back Batfleck's Batmobile and that Superman statue to my city. It was so cool. It was so cool to see it, like with the fingers, the full circle poster. I know Skywalker the Jedi shows off his, so let me show off mine. I actually don't have DJ's though. He has DJ signature, the guy who he interviewed yesterday. DJ had to leave because of family commitments before I got to meet him in line. But Got Debbie, got Zach, got Patrick Tatopoulos, Damon Caro, Joe Chill, who just made Batman. He's the stunt coordinator for Zach's film. If y'all didn't know that. Yeah, Castilla's Way, I highly, highly, highly recommend. If you're a fan of comic books, you have to go to San Diego Comic-Con. It is just, it literally, y'all, helps me with my year depression. It really it rejuvenates me. It really recharges my batteries. It's my happy place. It's like my Disneyland. If you're really nerdy into comic books, into art, into pop culture in general, I try to tell people, just go. You'll find something you love. Even if you think it's too much, I promise you there'll be something you love. Going this year in 2024 with the homie Silabdu. I hope you get some tickets. So it should be a fun time. Fun stuff coming in 2024. I love Lex's theme. Ding dong. Ding. Ding. Now you get to see the other side of Lex that's not just the philanthropist, but the real Lex. Not the Alexander Luthor Jr. So this obvious reference to 2001: A Space Odyssey. Zach homaging epic, iconic films. If you've not seen that movie, was referenced in Barbie with the beginning with the little girls and the baby dolls. The complete remains of the dead alien. You want Zod's body? Okay. I'll take it. Sequence was so good. Mercy Graves. Mercy. Here's the thing. I wonder if Mercy, because in some iterations, Mercy is not a human. So, kind of wonder. Do y'all think Mercy was a human in this one? Because I kind of feel like Lex might have backup Mercies, if you know what I'm saying. It's Cherry. Eating out of the palm of his hand. Move this out of the way when I moved my full circle poster. I love how Bruce is just nonchalantly entering this underground. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. Man, messed him up. Thanks, Bruce. Little heads. Okay, get ready for Zack Snyder's hand. Ready? Zack Snyder's hand right there. Apparently, they had to do a reshoot and Ben wasn't available, so they used Zack instead of Ben. I think it's going to show again in a second. Bolshoi ballerina. Here it is. Here it is again. Zack! That's Zack hand. Zack is Batman. In Gotham. In news. Water. Wet. So he wants Clark to cover football. You're a boy from Kansas, Clark. Know your role. So in this version, Perry gives him the Smallville moniker instead of Lois. Prototype military rounds. She's a good reporter. Got to be skeptical, critical thinking skills. That's why I love Still Nation. Go. Coach. Economy Plus. Coach. The humor's there. It's subtle. It's few and far between, but it's there. Kentucky Mash. I love this scene. Senator Finch. So I always had a theory. Who else had the theory? Because he's Alexander Luthor Jr. So I was like, are they doing the whole clone, Lex Luthor cloning himself and calling himself his son? Because that happened in the 90s for anybody. The bots are coming. The burners are coming. I was wondering if he like cloned himself in this version. And that's why he might be younger. Perry, it's too cheap. Yeah. This is where you get to see the real Lex reveal himself to Senator Finch. Can I call you June? Here we go. Call it Granny's peach tea. You won't pull a fly or me. I'm not going to drink your Granny's peach tea. Sorry, DC. You. That should be upside down. Devils don't come from hell beneath us. No. They come from the sky. So good. So good. Anybody know that piece of art is? I think everything that was pulled is from like some historical significance that Zach and I'm sure Chris Terrio and everyone on set really nailed down. So did you hear that? Vroom, Skywalker mentioned on his watch-along. That's the sound of the world engine in the battle of or the destruction, the Black Zero event. Martha Wayne. So this should have been our first clue, right? But as comic book reader that I was like, oh yeah, I know. No, that's her name. Duh. I didn't even think about remember that. And this part, who else got jump scared in the theater when you saw this part? I don't like jumpy movies, and this got me. This got me bad. I was like, Zach, mother, you got me. It's right when he pushes his fingers together. Yeah. So I wonder, they released a toy of that. And it was like Nightmare Bat, I think it was called. I wonder if that was supposed to be like Man Bat, though. Anybody else think that was Man Bat? Bruce, who are you coping next to? Is that Selena? That's not Selena. Where's Selena? So he's living on the lake because we know that Wayne Manor is burned down. But by whom? Don't know. Major fairs. Change like with balls like yours, you belong in here. The Superman incident. Rogue combatant. Harry Lennox. So such a great presence, right? Not there's likely to be a next generation. I love the respect. Bruce still giving him his coffee. Here you go. Catch up, Alfred. So Bruce drinking, right? So he's not really thinking in his right mind, right? When he's drinking. So he's asking Alfred for the suit. That means he hasn't been making good choices, I think. There's the suit, the infamous. I love this. I love this gif. Him just like staring ominously. Yeah, here we go. The ultimate Easter egg that's about to show up. That suit is beautiful. Beautiful suit. Michael Wilkinson designed it. A death in the family. Ha ha ha. Joke's on you, Batman. Nobody knew. None of my friends knew what that was. And I was like, did you read it? They're like, yeah, what was it? I was like, it's Robin. They're like, what? And I just explained the death in the family. Shout out to Zack Snyder's car. All right, so it's my understanding Zack had mentioned that he moved out of the mansion. Okay, when he became an adult. So he never lived in Wayne Manor. Okay. So at full circle, Castillo's Way, he talked about how Wayne Manor was burned down. When talking, I think it was during when he was talking about Robin. So maybe it rotted, but there was a fire in Wayne Manor from Zack Snyder. It's a quote. I don't know when. We're still waiting for that story to happen. So we'll see. We'll see when it shows up on Netflix. Here she is. And of course, Bruce notices right away. Philanthropist. Talking about Greek mythology. I love Alfred being the man in the chair. I love how Diana like kind of looks to the side. Is like, oh my god, if you only knew what Greek mythology I know. She's like, this dude. I love how he's Batman without being Batman, right? He's not even in the suit, but he's still being Batman. Seven minutes. Oh, mercy. Too many. I like those shoes. I kind of would like to see that actress reprise her role. Mercy coming back. Maybe as a clone, maybe as an android, bodyguard, Lex Luthor. What am I? What was I saying? What? He almost slipped up. Lex. Because that would be paradoxical. And he almost snapped. He almost snapped. Showed his cards. Everyone's like, what? Wonder Woman's like, this dude, I got to get out of here. Here we go. Bad habit. He's like, wait, what? Oliver Queen? Don't believe everything you hear, son. Zach's done. It's over. Don't believe everything you hear, son. Alien. The damn thing we can do to stop it. Gotham City and me. It's bad history of freaks dressed like clowns. Joker. It's Clark Kent. When he said the Joker Easter egg, I was so hyped. I was like, Suicide Squad's coming out. Suicide Squad. Not pick up bag with this person. Iconic. So my thought was he's not focused, right? He should be focused on Lex, right? Our Batman. But he's distracted with Clark. And he is investigating Lex Luthor, but he's kind of like, this person's throwing me for a loop. I'm going to get my information and get out of here. And then, of course, Clark, being the Man of Steel that he is. This sequence coming up, just so beautiful. Straight from Alex Ross. Hey. She just waited for him to notice her, too. She's like, I want you to know that I took it. She's like, I could outrun you like that. Hey, we got South Cali guy. What's going on, South Cali? Let me know if you need a timestamp. Thanks for joining. Juarez. It's going to Juarez. Juarez from Metropolis. There she goes. Look at that car. Hey, South Cali guys in the casino. Nothing wrong with that. Look at this. Look at this. This scene. I remember my friends who I went with to see this. They were like, this scene, they were like, wow. They had never seen Superman like this portrayed before. This made you really understand this sequence, in my opinion, how other people would see Superman if he really existed. Like, wow. If somebody saved, you know, your daughter, your sister, your neighbor, your like that, be like, wow. This is all Dark Knight Returns, this talking head montage. Look at that. Every act is a political act. I love that. Should be a figure of controversy. Ugh. Woodburn coming back from Man of Steel, reprising his role. A little 300 reference. 300. Maybe he's just a guy trying to do the right thing. Challenges are only Neil deGrasse Tyson. Darwinian evolution. Because there is Superman. So good. That's what we're trying to get, right? That's what we're trying to get by engaging our Superman back. Our Superman. Must there be a Superman? There is. See, this is why I came out of the shadows with Skywalker, because I felt like that's a lot of people want to talk about him. Like they knew him when nothing that they were saying was what happened at Full Circle. So I was like, must there be a Skywalker? Well, there is. And I'm here to tell y'all, none of these things they were saying online were true. So that's why I'm here. South Cali guy says, I will forever love this movie, especially the Ultimate Edition. I'm in the Snyderverse and I dig it. Hashtag sell Snyderverse to Netflix. Yes, sir. Castillo's Way said, oh shit, 300. I didn't notice that till now. Yay. Yeah. I saw that because, you know, the way his hand is holding it, it's kind of crushing the first. It's 303, I think is what it is. But then if you see it in reverse, you see the 300 clear as day. So yeah, Zach has this movie, y'all. You can find new stuff, I promise you. There's probably stuff I haven't even noticed. Half a man. So Wallace, this character, it's already been confirmed before this, but Zach and DJ confirmed at Full Circle for me, my question at Full Circle, which is on video in this outfit. He talked about the original design for that Patrick Tatopoulos did for Metallo for Wallace. So I don't think he would have been Wallace. He would have been John Corbin. And so Metallo, that's the infamous Metallo. Leon's like, nah, bro, it's Metallo. Because the moderator was such a huge Zack Snyder fan, he kept calling Metallo. He's like, something on Barrow, everyone's asking about Metallo. I'm like, oh, you're such a Superman fan. The Gordian knot. It's a triumph. So this story will come around at the end of the climax. So it's better the Sultan of Hajar. Just like Sky's Cell poster that Zach signed and endorsed. Justice League animated series right here. Is it stealing if you steal from another thief? A photograph, huh? This is the scene I was talking about yesterday with Leon about Gal in the test screws. It was a scene like this, and she thought she was playing Catwoman because you can see kind of like she's kind of like Catwoman-esque. Think you ever known a woman like me? Born with no natural inclination to share. You can tell he's into it. He's like, oh, I like this one. So in the chat, when y'all first saw the reveal of Gal, were you critical? Were you sold? How were you feeling when you first saw her? Because when I saw that, I was like, ooh, I'm sold. But there was a lot of talk about her physical fitness level. She was too skinny, blah, blah, blah. But when we see what the scenes coming later, I think it shut down all the negativity. So I loved it. I loved the look. I was just like, wow. They're really doing an Amazon. Here we go. Fever dream. More fever dreams that was set up from the very beginning of the movie and continued with the bat reveal with Martha's grave. Apocalypse, dark side. The Omega symbol with fire pits of apocalypse. Wayne Manor in the background. So this is like, he's in the lake, right? So technically, doesn't it look like he's kind of like, I guess maybe he's not, because Wayne Manor was in the background. Trying to see where this would be. The trench coat, my theory is that's James Gordon's trench coat that after he dies gives to Batman. That's just my theory. That's why he wears it. He needs it, but he also is honoring the death of James Gordon. I'm sure old Jimbo wouldn't make it with a dark side invasion. Double crossed them. Some of the moles coming into the cell movement. That's I'm sorry. Double crossing. Tale as old as time. People were like, I think this lost a lot of people. But as an Injustice fan, I was like, holy sh! I know what's happening. I know what's happening. Oh, shoot. We got a special guest. My bad, homie.
Josh don't want me on the platform, y'all. Josh be leaving me back here, bro. I be feeling like a redheaded stepchild, man. I've been back here like the whole movie, bro.
No.
I'm just joking.
The man of the hour, Mr. Rebel Moon Premiere himself. How you feeling, man?
Hey, man, I'm chilling, bro. Chilling, man. Having a wonderful evening. I don't have long. That's why I was trying to come over here and come say what's up. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, it was a very long night, and I gotta get ready for tomorrow. So yeah, I'm very excited, but I had to stop through because I actually about what happened last night at the premiere right before I had got on. So that's about how long I have been in the back chilling, was ever since you was last talking about the premiere and everything. And yeah, I'm happy that you guys seemed to rock out last night too and enjoyed it as well. So that's what's been dope.
It was amazing, man. We were like, I think you could see it in our face. Like, we were just so happy to see you looking like a pro up in there, man. You're just so natural, man. Like, your chemistry with everybody in there. You belonged in there, Sky.
Hey, well, unfortunately, I had to infiltrate it all over again. You know what I'm saying? I had to get my solid snake on, right? I was creeping through the back, jumped out a cardboard box, you know what I'm saying? Surprised the two guards, right? But we was able to make it in, and yeah, we had a great evening. It was, the night was so crazy that it feels like seeing Rebel Moon was almost like an afterthought.
Yeah.
But then when I even think about that film, I don't want to talk about it because it's super hard to like not go into spoilers. But it's dope, man. That is an incredible film, and I cannot wait to speak with you guys about it after this weekend, because I'm gonna see it a few more times and really let it digest. And I will have a non-spoiler review up after this weekend. So.
All right, we don't want no spoilers. We know, you gotta say.
Hey, I've seen the movie, bro. Hey, Zach was at my screening. Debbie was at my screening. Scott Stuber was at my screening. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so it was like everybody from the Netflix side and hashtag Sale was there. We were all in unison. You know what I mean? They're celebrating Zach and Rebel Moon. So it was just a great night overall, and I'm glad we were able to make that happen.
I mean, how did you feel like? Did you recognize the first guy that you interviewed? I believe his name was Raphael Corkhill. Did you recognize him?
No, I'm gonna tell y'all straight up what happened, right?
All right.
So me and Stino, we're at the concession stand area, and we're putting together what the sign off kind of like segment was going to be, right? So we're there and we're strategizing that and we're going over everything. And it was that golden mic, yo. Raphael peeped me and he was like, yo, what's up with that golden microphone, bro? I was like, yo, man, I'm a content creator. And he was like, "What? You want to do an interview?" I was like, "Of course." And he was like, yes, 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 like right now. You know what I'm saying? And we spoke a bit about his role before we went live, and yes, he was just in great spirits, and I was so glad and honored that he gave me that interview because it was my first live interview on the scene, right? And I feel like that really was big for the campaign as well, because actually being able to speak with somebody that worked on the project was a pretty momentous moment, and I'm just glad that we were able to do that for the campaign. So
it was amazing because I looked him up after. I was like, I couldn't hear. I'd put on captions on the replay. I rewatched it. And I was like, who is he? So I looked him up on IMDb. This man has been in a ton of video games: Elder Scrolls Online, Uncharted 4, Titanfall 2, Uncharted Lost Legacy. He's been in the Happy TV series, the Goldfinch TV show, Hunters on Amazon Prime with Al Pacino, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, Hitman 3, the Blacklist TV show. Like, you got somebody recrashed Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, FBI. And so you could see in his eyes how he gave you that interview, he had never been a part of something like that, right? So
yeah, oh no, totally.
You really, I think, made his whole like premiere experience by having that, because he gave you some little nuggets about him playing a baddish character, wearing a bunch of prosthetics, Batman, cow.
Yeah. Oh, and I was definitely looking out for him when I watched the film, and thankfully I'm pretty sure that I saw who he was. So shout out to Raphael. That was an amazing moment. And once again, I'm just glad that we were able to do that for all you guys and for the campaign.
Yeah, we were excited for you, man. And then we thought you were going to be signing off. You had your drink, you had your Rebel Moon popcorn, and then you came back and tell us how you got the next guest. What happened? How did that go?
Oh my God, man! Seeing DJ, that was so great. So we actually figured out, like, yo, we gonna do the sign off like this. I do the sign off, and then so I'm still chilling in the same area because I'm listening in, because I had to be the one to end the stream, like on my end of things. So I'm sitting there and I'm chilling, and all of a sudden I see DJ walking in, and I was like, DJ. And I was like, hey, and he was like, yo.
I did the Spider-Man point.
I was like, bro, like, yo, we have met at Full Circle. And he's like, yo, I remember. And when I had heard that, I was like, yo, look, man, can I get a couple of questions? He's like, yo, sure. So we did that quick interview, and immediately after that, I started freaking out. And when he said that he had recognized me on camera, it kind of validated the moment that we had just had, where I was like, yo, what's up? Because he totally remembered me. I was like, yo, what's up, DJ? Like, what's going on, bro? And yo, that, it just showed the power of Full Circle. That was such a wonderful moment, and everyone involved, we all made it a special moment, and it really rings true to this day still. So
he even said, because I played with captions, I rewatched it and I played with captions. Of course, I remember you. Like, he knew exactly who you were, because that infamous mic drop moment was all because of you, Leon, and Sil with that ball cap question.
Yeah, right.
So,
shouts out to Sil, shouts out to Leon, shouts out to everybody that was involved at Full Circle that made that moment so special. Because it was something that can it'll probably never be duplicated ever.
Nope. Nope.
Ever.
Like that last night was history, and we are just so proud of you, Sky. Like we just were kind of all in shock of like what happened. Seeing, I talked about it a little bit yesterday, but seeing this movie in particular, you know, that segment with Superman, everyone's got an opinion about him, right? He's just trying to do good, he's trying to do something good. He's putting his neck out there on the line, showing his face to the world in a suit, and everybody has something to say about him. Some stuff that's not even true, right?
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
And I've told you this, and I mean it. Like, this movement really is the story of Superman's Crucible. And you know I was telling that because it was more or less focused on Super Sky, you know, because it is. It's all from your lead, sir. It really, really is. You were the man who had the guts and the bravery to put on your pajamas and show up to Stone Quarry to get a message across. That puts you on Mr. Edward Snyder's radar 100%. And that was with apparently help from friends that you know made that happen. So we were all there witnessing you get stuff done, but then everybody had to try to get you off course. And that's why we showed up. We had Batman Leon show up, come to your aid, you know, the movement, the Cool Table Syndicate Network forum, Still Nation came and rallied around you.
Shouts out to the Syndicate Network. Yes.
But it's all, we just want you to know that, you know, it's all because you had the bravery to put yourself out there. Show up, put your face, unveil your face, show us who you were, get on camera, show up every night for us, and get the answer that we all wanted to hear from Zack Snyder himself. Shout out to my homie Solomon in here. He's a guy from high school. He just sent me like a screenshot from Culture Crave Comics. He's like, "Oh, Zack Snyder just said he wanted to continue." I was like, Solomon, if you're still in here, homie, I've been telling you, get off.
I asked him back in April. I asked him. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no A. So, and I actually spoke to him about that more recent than James Gunn did. You know what I'm saying? So I had newer information than the co-head of DC Studios, apparently.
I really think we need to. Castillo's Way asked me a question earlier in the chat. We really need to start pushing the Full Circle stream for people, because a lot of people, I think they were just going off of what was in the headlines on Twitter X. But you know what? There wasn't really mainstream articles or anything about Full Circle. So I urge you, I'm going to, after the stream, put in the description the Full Circle, Vero True Socials.
Shout out to Mikey Sutton as well, who made sure to document the things that we were doing at Full Circle for that very reason, Josh. Yep. For that very reason, because he knew that people weren't talking about it, and it was more than likely for a certain reason. So that man made sure to document everything, which also led to a lot of the things that we are having happen now. And 100%, 1000%.
You are a fan, right? But you're getting answers, and you're taking back this narrative from these Hollywood types that are connected for movie roles, apparently, in the Jimmy reboot for his DC.
Hey, James Gunn sounded about right, you know.
It's all making sense, right? When we have, I don't know if you heard me earlier, but I saw in real time, Sky, bots attacking one of my posts about the trending event because my X started freezing up right at 7:30, and I was like, "Wait, hold, what's going on?" And I shut it down, and I went back. Right at 7:30, 30 minutes before this started, 3-4 accounts started reposting, and I'm like, "Oh, they're only using the two hashtags. Oh my God, why are you promoting Rebel Moon? Blah blah." And I was just like, "Guys, the burners are coming. The bots are coming. They're getting ready for us next week, homie. They are scared because we have the narrative. We have you on the ground getting the answers."
Right, yo, it's funny because a lot of people thought that we weren't going to be able to attend the premiere, right? And yo, shout out to you, Josh, because you actually were why I was able to go. You shooting me that link, bro.
Really?
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Was a major key because that's where I was able to go. You know what I'm saying? So like, yo, shout out to you, bro, for shooting me that, and it definitely helped the infiltration out quite a bit. You know
Yeah, because I saw it. I was on X working from home, and I saw it. It was literally posted like I think 7 minutes, Sky. It was like 7 minutes
Yeah.
ago. And then I did it for me first, and then I was like, oh shoot, I gotta like send it to the Sky. So you must have been one of the like many few, and it's probably because of your location, right? Because
Hey,
you know how that company
look,
works.
I had a feeling I was getting in. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna front. I had a feeling that I was just gonna happen, that I was gonna end up going.
You deserved,
I had a feeling.
like Mama Bear said, you deserved to be.
Hey, shouts out to the homie Leon. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Lieutenant Leon
Lieutenant
of,
Leon.
Zack Snyder's cell movement, right?
He's in the bat wing as
Man,
we speak.
could y'all imagine? Look, all right, look. So now that the cat is out of the bag, let's just keep it a buck, right? What was going to happen, Josh, was that if you were gonna get those tickets, bro, I was gonna tell you to give that shit to Leon. I was like, I'm gonna have Leon fly out here. You know what I'm saying? And he was willing to come out here just to come to the premiere.
Okay.
Right? And I was like, yo, if Josh get this ticket, I'm gonna tell him to put your name on. And that's when Josh is gonna have to know. So Josh would have been the only person that would have known what was happening outside of the crew. You know what I'm saying? But we ended up not having to divulge that information. Right? All right. We got the homie Josh dropped out. Right. So I'm running the stream, yo. What's going on? What's going on? This is your boy Skywalker the Jedi tapping in with y'all. Right. I hope y'all having a wonderful evening. I'm not sure what the timestamp was on BBS. I was not watching that film because I wasn't planning on staying that long. But if you guys are watching this afterwards, be sure to head on over to my channel and check out the Rebel Moon premiere red carpet coverage that I brought last night. It was a whole lot of fun. That's what we have been discussing this entire time. And hopefully you guys will enjoy it. It was super dope for me to be able to bring that to the Cell campaign and to the Cell community. I am very aware that the people that watch what we do, that you guys are invested in this thing, and that seeing us at these events means a lot to you guys, and that's why we take it so seriously and we try to bring these moments to y'all and to let you know that, hey, you can you can make the right choices and stay yourself and really be able to still do whatever you want to do in terms of accomplishing your dreams, right?
Hey.
You can meet Zack Snyder.
Yeah. Superman
right?
accomplished wonders. But hey, you know what? You need somebody to bring you out, bring you out of your shell a little bit. And I think you need a little Batman in your life. So we got a special guest hopping in the building. What's up, Lieutenant Leon?
What it do, gentlemen? What it do? How y'all feeling today?
Yo, what's going on, Leon? How are you feeling today, sir?
Man, excellent, man. You know what I'm saying? Just basking in the glow of a golden microphone,
That drip was off. That was you nailed that, Sky.
Yo, my mom watched that, and she called me earlier and was like, did you say you were wearing a whole lot of money? Is that really what you said? I was like, yes, it is.
Hey,
Oh my
you had
God.
to be ready, and it sounded like Leon was ready as well to show up and back
Absolutely.
you up.
Oh, he was gonna come out here.
So when I dropped that,
You
I was
already
like,
know Bruce Wayne's ready, man.
he was in the bat wing, ready, flying that thing like he's fighting Doomsday. How are you feeling, Leon, knowing that our Superman once again has caused so much, like he's a rebel, right? Like he's caused so much infiltration in this fandom that people can't cope enough. They're having like they're having changes of heart all of a sudden. I see a lot of people coming around on the timeline.
Well, that's good, man. I'm glad people are finally getting on board, man, because the idea in and of itself was a fantastic idea. Whether it can be accomplished or not was always up to Netflix. That was never, a Sky thing or a me thing or the rest of the Syndicate Network, this cool table. It was always Sky presented the idea. I helped out how I could. The rest of us helped out how we could. And we just wanted to get it noticed.
Yeah.
And from there, it's up to Netflix to negotiate. It's again, the idea itself is impenetrable. It's potent. It's all about, can they accomplish it? That's up to them, right? Everybody with their semantics and their nonsense and their, it's always been about one of two things, and one thing is they just don't like the person delivering the message. They don't like the people delivering the message. You know what I'm saying? Let's just call it ace and a spade,
Yes.
Other than that, we know the industry plan type of shit, but just on some, weirdness, jealousy. I don't know what it is, but it's the hatred of, what I'm saying? Yeah, and it's all love here. But no matter what it is, at the end of the day, they don't like the messengers. And I'm a firm believer in, I could give a shit about the messenger at times as long as the message makes sense, as long as the message is clear and as long as the message is effective. You know what I mean? I may not like the person. It just so happens in this message, that's my homie. But in life, you shouldn't always have to be best friends with the person that's speaking in order to listen to what they're saying and use, set aside your biases in order to digest and, appreciate. So after last night, there should be no doubt in what this fandom is capable of. This is Zack Snyder's true fandom, and I can say that wholeheartedly. These are true grassroots, feet on the ground, getting in how we can individuals. This isn't like, I
Real
know.
guerrilla warfare.
Yeah, I know a guy that knows a guy that knows Zach. No. This is like we're trying to do what we can do to get in where we can fit in and coming up with ideas, and that's what makes it passionate.
Right.
That's what makes it even more. It tastes sweeter, the victory.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, do y'all know how hard it is to sneak in a full circle? Like, you y'all have any idea how hard that was?
I mean, hey, I saw it in real time because if you remember, I was the first day, Man of Steel day, I was in line. So I saw you from the moment you arrived to the event, you and Sil.
Right?
I saw you. So I saw like
You saw us sneaking in, right?
I saw
We was
you.
over there low crawling, you know what I'm saying? We was over there low crawling, like,
you had the black
right? Boom.
We're like,
I had my whole sneaking suit.
kept you waiting, huh?
Kept you waiting, huh?
And then Leon was so incognito. I didn't even know it was Leon on day 3.
The Patriots.
Snake.
And that's like that's one thing I noticed about y'all. Like y'all really do, like you and Leon, Sky, y'all really have like that chemistry, that as you've described your relationship, you're Batman and Superman, the world's finest, because you talk about how you have these crazy ideas. You're like, let's do this. And Leon's like, hold up. We need, hold up.
That's definitely happened more than a few times.
Oh, for sure.
It's true.
I appreciate his humbleness for my input, because, you know, a lot of times, like, we'll go through it and I'll 100% see where he's coming from. And I'll be like, and we'll go. I remember one time we spent like we spent hours, but over an hour talking about this one thing. And I was like, hell yeah. And I was like, no. Hell yeah. Like, it was just like we were basically going through like the ups and downs of why it all made sense. And then I think one of the last things that we disagreed on at the end, I was like, oh no, we definitely have to do that. We went through this whole thing, and I was like, shit, no, you make absolute sense. Yes. You know, so
you brought it around.
That's what happens when you check your ego at the door, you know?
Yeah. And that's something that I think in this movement is rare, that y'all are adults, you know, you're professionals, but you also are critical thinkers, and you try to see the big picture about things. And that's how I view the world. And I appreciate how y'all's minds work, because y'all really do operate like a Justice League, in my opinion. Y'all all bring something different.
Let me say this, right? You know, because look, it's just us three here, right? Ain't nobody else listening to this. You know what I'm saying? It's just us three, so I'm amongst friends.
For sure,
right?
For sure.
Yeah.
Now, being the one that came up with the idea, right? You know, at first, even Leon will tell you, we even ceded a lot of the like power, and we ceded everything at first. We was like, hey, this was just my idea. Everybody, you know, just go ahead and run with the idea, run with the hashtags, everybody go wild. And then when we started to see what was happening, we immediately had to rein everything in. Right. And myself, I felt kind of uniquely qualified in this one instance, because I did speak with everybody that was very, very pivotal in the release of the Snyder Cut movement. I did interview, and I spent hours and hours talking with all these gentlemen, ladies, whoever, right? On camera, off camera, and I learned about all of the pitfalls in which, you know, that campaign really fell victim to, because we could have gotten the Snyder Cut a whole lot earlier, right? Had a certain few things not happened, and had a certain few things not went certain ways. So, you know, even with myself feeling uniquely qualified, it has still always been about the results and being effective. So if I'm going to be out there preaching effectiveness, there's no way that I can let my ego get ahead of the mission. And I think that Leon and I's backgrounds kind of helped facilitate that, and it made it a whole lot easier, because I don't feel like I'm over anybody, right? I just feel like we all kind of have different roles and positions, but you know, we absolutely would not be here if it wasn't for a lot of the counsel that I've had with Leon, particularly, honestly. And there's been like everybody just jumped into what they jumped into what they needed to do and what they were good at, and it's been an all hands on deck kind of situation, from Necron to Austin to Rock Talks to APAS to Mama Bear to like whoever, right? Just whoever, wherever. It has been a total team effort. And yesterday was really a highlight of that. For me personally, I saw just how much of a team effort that this all is. Because even us being able to get there, you guys have no idea. It took effort upon like yo, there was so many people that just poured into me being able to go. From my dad, my mom, I've had friends that helped out with this thing tremendously. My barber let me in early that day, way earlier than my appointment, and literally told me like, yo, today we all on support. You know, like I'm almost getting choked up because it was crazy, right? Like, so me having that, golden microphone, right, came from the homie Stino, which led to the Raphael interview, right? Which led to us being in the area that we were in around the time that DJ walked in, right? There were so many things that was just a total team effort, and there's no way possible that I could take credit and responsibility for everything that happened yesterday, because it was truly everybody. We had the homie Necron that hosted the damn stream, right? Austin made the thumbnail. All the panelists, you guys that jumped on and made it entertaining, and the banter and from everybody that was in the chat, keeping the chat live and popping, right? Like it was a total team effort from top to bottom, and everybody should be celebrating because they cannot take that away from us. The hashtag sale movement, or Zack Snyder's sale movement, should I say, rather, was definitely there. And they act like people don't like me. They act like I'm just hated. I'm just this tyrant, right? Who's unwavering and unreasonable, right? But yet the homie, hey, because that's the homie now. He even followed me on Instagram. I'm like, yo, I'm about to go follow him back too. I'm like, bro, like, hey man, we lit, bro.
That was like, it was, I looked and I did a search on YouTube and I did a search on Twitter X. There was nobody doing live reporting like that in real time like you were doing. You and Stino. Shout out to Stino, by the way. That's how you say the name. Stino, right?
Make sure absolutely. Shout out to the homie Stino, man. Stino, man, y'all have no clue.
Like that. No. That was amazing to see in real time and to be a part of. And all the panelists who were part of, myself included, you could see it on each other's faces. Like we were shocked. You didn't tell us what was going on. You were just like, hey, just a heads up, something big's happening this week. And I was like, oh.
Hey, nobody knew outside the homies.
Yeah.
Nobody knew.
Because it was a great surprise. Like the way it was unveiled. And I could hear it in Leon's voice too. Him being so excited to, witness what we were seeing, because we know how narratives like to get twisted in certain interviews. When somebody's, interviewing Zach, they're like, I'm not going to put this part. I'm going to put what I want to put to support these corporations that slide me a bag here and there, or give me a little, me a little screener or something. I don't know.
$50.
$50 for a PBS review.
Y'all giving it up for $50, son. Bruh, do you know what I would say if somebody came to me and like, I got $50 for you to bash Zack Snyder? Like, bro, you know how much money I done spent to support this? Get out of here, bro.
Sorry, I was seeing. I had the little wardrobe change for the BBS part. But
is that the fight? Oh my god, bro!
I found it online, so I was like, let me bust out this. But
well, here I am.
Here I am. That's your dropper. Leon's gonna do that when he shows up. Be like, hey.
Exactly. Well, but here I am. Leon. Seeing as how we haven't really spoke since this whole thing happened, right? What were your thoughts on last night, like as a whole, bro? Because I didn't really get to hear it.
Man, you know, I was one of the few that knew about it, you know, the red carpet premiere, and he was gonna pull up. Just like Josh was saying, he saw my entire reaction was like I felt like a fan, bro. Just like I wasn't even a part of it. I was like, yo, this is lit. This is lit. Like I was at a loss for words, man. Like I literally, there were times where I was like just a fan taken aback by the entire experience. And then the only time I really was able to get right, get focused, collect myself was when Necron gave me the reins to host for a bit. And I was like, snap back into, you know, snap back into control. Hey, everybody, blah, blah, blah. Leon, New Geeks, blah, blah, blah. And then as soon as Necron took back over, I'm like, I'm back to being a giddy fan. So it was dope, man. I was happy for you, happy for the fandom, and like just happy to be a part of it because we're seeing the evolution of the Zack Snyder Cell movement, man. Like every step of the way is like level up, level up, level up, level up. There was think about it. There's no drop off in anything we've done. No drop off. It's been all steadily rising and naturally. You know what I'm saying? This self-sustained machine just keeps getting better and better and better. And I'm happy to be a part of it, yo. Like, it's incredible. I can't wait to see what happens next.
Hey, they thought we was gonna die off, Leon. You know what I'm saying, right?
Bro,
they thought we was gonna go the way of the dinosaur.
For real. They wrote us off as soon as you talked about the idea that day on YouTube, the day of the tweet that went incredibly viral, you know. That day they wrote us off automatic. It's like, damn. Every step of the way we've been proving them wrong. You know? And that's not even like our goal. That's just a happy little cherry on top.
No.
That we're proving all the betas wrong. It's just cool, man.
Man. Real quick, Leon, can I ask you something? Because I want you to speak to this on this stream, right?
Absolutely.
As with us two being kind of the ones that have been doing a lot of the plotting the course for before Zack Snyder's Cell campaign, right? Can you speak to just how we kept the fan base at the forefront of every single thought that we've made, so that no matter what decision that we make, no matter how violent or how cruel, it is for the betterment of our people, right? Because Zack Snyder is our people, right? Can you speak to that, please, sir? Real quick, please.
And luckily, we won't have to pick up dirt from the sand and look before an audience.
Look at this.
this squalor.
Bro, that's what I did with the Restore Ashes, bro. I picked it up and I was like, look at this, bro. We could have rebuilt the Snyderverse.
All of this squalor.
Oh yeah. See, I didn't get loose on Josh's stream, you know what I'm saying? Because we having fun over here, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, that's the one thing. Like you were saying, like you guys, you weren't trying to prove anybody wrong. You were being yourselves, right? I revealed something in your chat, Sky, how somebody who doesn't sit at the cool table tried to DM me after Full Circle when they saw I was rocking out with you, Sil, Mikey. They didn't specifically say anything about you, Leon, but they were just kind of like, hey, don't.
Watch out about those guys.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, I indulged and I was like, well, what do you got? What do you got on these guys? Radio silence. It was just like, don't support them. And I was like, why? Because they're getting stuff done. They're getting answered from the man himself. So that's when I was kind of like, yo, when I saw, I mentioned this before, like Leon came to your aid when he saw how people were just trashing you. That's why I kind of came out and I was like, yeah, I was there. These two, Leon and Sky, were just vibes. Like Leon, really, like 100% confirmed, Leon, y'all were the vibe of the entire.
Bro, like, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, they act like we was just in there strong arm robbing people. Guys, I'm like, yo, we was just there enjoying the festivities and having a good time. We didn't corner Zach, right? There was a couple of things, but for the most part, we had a wonderful time.
It was great.
Right. And everybody there was very loving, very energetic. And this is a stone cold fact that nobody can take from us. Everybody that we spoke with, we had a positive interaction with. Every single person that I spoke to at Full Circle was very loving, very warm, and we're all fans and just fans of Zach overall, right? Being in that kind of arena, it's literally something that cannot be duplicated. The red carpet last night was dope. Mm-hmm. That whole experience was super dope, but with Full Circle, being there, and that's like the core of the core right there. That's like the core of the core. And you're right, it's like, that's Thanos with the Infinity Glove. You know what I'm saying? Dark Side with the anti-light, right? Like, it was definitely different. And so to be there and to be amongst so many fans was amazing. And for there to be so much negativity surrounding us and what we did at Full Circle without any like proof or evidence of such things happening, right? They said that I stole questions. It's crazy because they swear that I stole this question. But Leon, can you speak to how I didn't even stand up at first, bro? Like, can you speak to how long it took me to actually realize that Ray Porter was pointing at me, bro? Right, like, because I think that's something that gets lost.
I looked at Sky and I said, "He's talking to you, bro." Because I was like, in my mind, I'm like, "Do not fucking miss this opportunity." I could not believe it. I was like, "Holy shit, he's talking to you," because Zach said, "The one with the Kryptonian symbols."
Yep.
And bro, I was there and I was looking around. I was like, "Is anybody gonna stand up?" Right? Like, I was like, "Is anybody gonna stand up?" And he was like, "Yo, he's talking to you, bro." Like, and I was like, "What?"
Cyborg said Black Superman.
He was living in the clouds. Skywalker.
Y'all remember that? When Ray Fisher said Black Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's Black Superman
there that was dressed up in the Black Superman suit.
They know that though. There was only one Black Superman there. Like, there was only one. And apparently I was in pajamas, but that's all good too.
Hey,
I thought we was all fans.
That got you.
I thought we were all fans.
That
right
got you.
Now
they call it pajamas because they're trying to sleep on you, bro. That's all it is, man. It's all good. Hey, but like Zach said, they better wake the fuck up.
Hey. And like Zach also said, they find a way to win. He was talking about us. Yep. Literally, like I asked him, I said, now that we're trying to get this thing sold to a third party, he's like, fans always find a way to win. So apparently, hey, always bet on Black, Josh. That's what I say.
The Black Superman.
Facts.
I mean, you got escorted to meet Zach at the front of the line as Superman.
But we cornered him, bro. We cornered him, Josh.
Leon was so cool at the event. He was chilling, y'all. He wasn't even trying to be all like, but when he saw Ben Affleck, the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
He's the GOAT.
Hey, I turned into a big ass kid, bro.
You
I was
did.
chilling at that event, bro. I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm just doing my thing. You feel? Oh my god,
Ghost, the ghost.
it was nuts, bro. Me and
No,
Sil, Scott was laughing at our ass.
Thanks,
Me and Sil were
thanks.
going, banana. That shit was crazy, bro. I was
Yeah, because
out.
that just wasn't my first time seeing Ben Affleck. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
yeah, I'm sorry.
hey.
Hey, but apparently living in LA don't matter, y'all. Right? Yo, I didn't heard it all being on being on this internet. Yo, I didn't heard it all. They was like, yo, living in LA don't matter. I was like, all right.
Hey, people be forgetting this other detail too, Sky. When you did the photo shoot, basically, it was you, Josh. Josh was there too. Yes. Remember y'all did the photo shoot with Zach taking the pictures? But I guess if you cornered Zach, Sky, then Josh did too.
Yeah.
Josh, why did you corner Zach?
Josh.
Shame on
Josh,
you.
you're terrible, bro.
But why don't they?
He got look,
Why don't they
bro.
say that about me?
Bro, he got that Batfleck cowl on, and all of a sudden, Josh acting different, right? All of a sudden, Josh acting different. He cornering Zack Snyder because, yo, right? He looked at Zack. He was like, "Well,
well, here I am."
Right? Oh my God, this is dope.
I think I know what it is, y'all. Y'all really showed everyone it's not just a hashtag, it's not just a name. Y'all are the cool table, the Syndicate Network, and people can't deal with it. That y'all are so cool that Zach rocks with you, Ben rocks with you, DJ rocks with you, Ray Fisher rocks with you, Duty Ford, Chris Terrio, like everyone was rocking with y'all.
Bro, Wayne T. Carr recognized me, bro. Like, this is crazy.
Hey, do you remember? I think I told it to you when you were there, Leon. I don't know if you remember. I'm not going to say it, but do you remember what I told you about Wayne T. Carr and my connection to him? Don't say it. You probably don't remember.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say this because I was going to say it yesterday. I kind of think Wayne T. Carr was supposed to be there at Full Circle. And because of something I did, maybe because I was sitting in front of Ray Fisher, Ray Porter, Chris Terrio, and Chris Terrio's friend. They were behind me and my friends. There were 3 seats that were also reserved. I was assuming for Ben, Gal, and Henry because there were rumors that the Trinity was invited, right? But then I was like, well, maybe it was somebody else because I had dinner with somebody before Full Circle or lunch, actually. And I think that was the reason why Wayne T. Carr couldn't possibly attend the event. So
no, that's not why.
Okay.
I know why.
You know why? Okay.
No. You are, but Josh, your hypothesis that Wayne T. Carr was going to be there for ZSJL Day is absolutely correct.
I know y'all.
But the reason why he wasn't there, but not, I know exactly why Wayne T. Carr wasn't there.
Okay,
I know exactly. I know 1,000% sure why Wayne T. Carr wasn't
to him. So you got firsthand. It wasn't anybody who knows him. So,
bro, look, I've been telling people they be trying to doubt the late great Mikey Sutton. I'll be like, man, if y'all only knew the stuff that me and this dude used to talk about, and it's like all of it's coming true.
I was about to say, and it's literally coming to fruition, man.
All of it.
Yep.
Every single thing. So when people was trying to doubt, it's like, okay, but Josh, that's why it was so easy for us to stay the course.
Yep.
See, because what we call God depends on our tribe, Clark Joe.
This is the way.
Yes.
Hashtag
yes, it does. Hashtag is the way, bro. It's always been the way, Josh.
And it's gonna happen because I'm seeing. So that same person who was trying to tell me about not following y'all months ago, they've been liking our trending hashtags all of a sudden.
Oh, wow. I bet.
We've been seeing, we were talking on the panel, Leon, yesterday. I think Leon you might have been backstage, but there's a lot of new faces, new people that we're seeing on the marketing team engage with our post, resharing, supporting the hashtags. So it's
Hey, come on home, y'all. Come on home.
They're coming
right?
out.
Just
Go ahead
follow
and
the ROEs.
join us in the sun.
Let's not only use the second hashtag.
Yeah.
Right. Come on home, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Let's just follow the ROEs. Let's get what we got to get done. And then we can have a conversation on hashtags after that.
Yes.
Which is what we stated Josh, that's why this whole hashtag thing has been so silly. Because we always knew that once the Snyder Cut made its way to Netflix, that we were always going to drop that first hashtag and then say, hey, everybody go crazy with it. Use the second one with whatever that you want to. But the problem is people don't want to be patient and don't want to, you know what I'm saying, follow the ROEs and just stick to the plan. And so there was this need to try to, and Leon and I had a personal conversation about this recently when we were talking about, hey, we never told anybody don't use other hashtags. We never said that. We never said, hey guys, don't use it. We just said, can you please not use them with ours? So it was never a, hey, don't tweet that stuff. It was just a, can you not mix the hashtags? I don't think that was too much to ask. I still don't think that it's too much to ask. And the fact that we got so much pushback about specifically mixing the hashtags, like that is what the crux of this entire opposition, full opposition that we faced has built their entire thing on, is the mixing of the hashtag. And it's like that was always going to be a non-factor after the Snyder Cut made its way over there. But I'm glad that we had these results because I think it's shown a clear separation as to who was here for serious reasons and who was here for other reasons, I would say.
And both of you, Leon and Sky, real quick, if you could, we are 1 week away from our historic trending day / Netflix Rebel Moon watch along. Why is it so? As people who were part, I'm assuming y'all were part of hashtag release, right? So how do you be effective on Twitter X? Because I have people come in trying to gaslight us saying, oh, only use those two hashtags. Well, why is it that you're only using two and not more than one, more than two? Why is that? Because we know how Twitter X works, right?
The algorithm only respects two hashtags when it comes to trending, two hashtags at a time. And that's the thing. Like, it goes back to the question that Sky asked me a bit ago. Sky asked before he dropped that remix of the quote from Man of Steel, right? We've always put the fandom first. This isn't about personal feelings or emotions or any sort of egotistical bullshit, because if that was the case, we'd be firing at James Gunn and Warner Brothers and other things. We put all that shit aside because we're trying to do something effective. We tried to create something that is so perfectly impenetrable that the fandom, there's no way to flop this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in one voice, right, fist in the air, everybody just go charging forward with these two hashtags. And when Sky created the idea, he had a hashtag. He has a hashtag behind it. Tells the SGL Netflix. The one flaw that I saw was the fucking algorithm. It was like a millisecond thought, last minute, didn't have a conversation, nothing. I literally was like, I put Sky's hashtag and I put mine. Like literally, boom. As soon as he talked about it, tweeted it out. I was like, because I already know how this works. I know how the game works. I know that there's 50 million hashtags out there, which is why we boiled everything down to Sky's idea and the one. And I was like, our algorithm. We need another one that combines all those hashtags, makes of this, restore that, bring back this, release that, whatever, you know, all of it is in hashtag Cell Snyderverse to Netflix. And then we created different rules and tactics and maneuvers in order to strengthen the messaging behind hashtag Cell Snyder. Well, what is now known as Zack Snyder Cell Movement. We did everything we could to be effective in our voices, our verbiage, our movement, and in the algorithm. It ain't got shit to do with, oh, Scar's the leader and Leon's the co-head and Sil and Mikey and Austin and no. And they're gonna, John, no. Rock, no. None of that shit. It's always been about.
Yeah, it's just Sky rules with an iron fist. Duh.
Right.
Right? Duh.
We're actually all in a dungeon just waiting on him to tell us to do things.
A sweatshop, bruh.
That's it.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? But like
churning out tweets.
Right.
I'm not gonna say too much, but I've had interactions with some queens outside of the fandom, and that is let me just say, if you don't bend the knee, you're gonna get axed. So I learned the hard way to not bend the knee to certain queens because they're all about that.
You know why, Josh? Because they represent exactly what I am anti, which is clout.
Yes.
Y'all know me. I don't give a flying fuck about clout. And does someone like me?
And that's why he's Batman.
I don't give a fuck about, where are you? We don't see you. You don't see me. You know who sees me? Sky. Sky knows what I'm doing. I'm real when it's useful.
Yeah.
I'm here when it's necessary.
Yeah.
You're right. Hey, but man, look, I'm like, yo, man, they just don't know. They just don't know, Leon. They have no idea.
Right.
That how many hours, yo, if you were to check our phone logs, it'd be crazy.
Wow.
But you know, the reason for that, right, is because we know the severity of the situation. And we know that this is gonna take a Herculean effort. And with that being the case, we got to be on point, you know. And yeah, I just value having people around me that have really been able to answer the call and be everything that they needed to be in order for this thing to be as far as we are right now.
And I think that having a strong leader that's disciplined like you and Leon reinforcing that discipline, you guys are both adults. And like I said earlier, you bring something different, a different perspective to this movement. And you also are open and willing to, hey, if there's a good idea that we don't know about, hey, you're open to ideas, right? You're here for the fans. And you've shown that with your blood, with your sweat, with your tears, all the cartoons and serials, all the streams that you were doing day in, day out, you know, showing up without a mask, putting yourself in the light. And you know, that's the
no one knows who I was, so I put on the mask. Right? Yo, hey, we haven't, man. Hey, I'm still riding that high from last night, y'all. Y'all have no idea. Like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, I was just so happy, honestly, because I was kind of like going through the stream a little bit, and unfortunately, I couldn't see the live chat, but I could see the excitement from the entire community, and that was just super dope. So I'm glad that you guys rocked out, and I'm sorry if I'm still a little, you know, crazy right now.
I didn't cry, but I promise you I did have a little bit of like just now earlier too. I kind of was just hearing you talk. I'm just like proud to see how far y'all all have come, because you did it for yourself, yes, but you did it for the fans. So you brought us with you. We were there with you, right, Leon? We all felt
Absolutely.
like we were there because you're the one who
We
made
was all there last night, bro. We was all there last night
hope.
for sure.
You embodied hope, Sky. And the hope was at Rebel Moon. Right there. So I did. I had a little bit. I didn't actually have a tear. I was like, all right, I'm on the camera, but I did kind of have a little bit of water
Yeah,
in my eyes
man.
there.
The only thing that I wish that I could change, I wish that we could have got there a little bit earlier, because if we would have been able to, we probably would have been able to get some footage from the red carpet. We was over there like in this area, and we was over there for a while, and that's why I wasn't spending as much time on camera. But when they finally like showed us to the theater and we were able to start getting footage from inside, it was super dope. And I'm just glad that all you guys enjoyed it, and that you got to look around the TCL Chinese Theater, because that is a great theater. That's where I saw BBS at. It is the only place that I go see IMAX movies at, pretty much like out here in this entire area. So uh, being able to share that with you guys, and to see how they had, man, they hooked that entire area up for Zach. Yo, they had Hollywood Boulevard shut down, right? Like it, man, it was the whole thing. So Netflix spared no expense. They had it at one of the most historic storied theaters in the entire city, entire state. And it just goes to show that they are fully invested in Zach. And, it was just a beautiful thing to see. Shout out to Sin Havoc. Yeah, we infiltrated the movie premiere now, bro.
And
Lale Lule Lo.
The
the
Sons of the Patriots.
yeah. Cutting deep. I spent all night on a high like you, Sky, after seeing you were watching the movie, me and Leon and everyone in the
Oh
panel
my
was
god.
kind of just like, what's going on? I literally was just looking at Twitter, X, and looking at all the interviews. And Mr. Leon here, do you want to talk about what you shared earlier, that the man himself was quoted directly as saying, because that's a pretty big bombshell that you shared.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the interviewer. He's always asking Zach some good questions, interesting questions in regards to the fandom and for the fandom, it seems. But he asked Zach essentially if, you know, would he return to the DCEU and his Snyderverse? And Zach said, even though they're busy nowadays, him and Debbie said, he said, hey, he said he's learned um, essentially that the truth is he's learned to never say never. Never say never. So Zach he triples down at this point.
Yep.
I'm gonna say this on your stream. I've had discussions with Sky about this. We know how this works. I do believe that there are negotiations that are happening.
Oh,
We knew it before that they were keeping an eye on all this. Shout out to the late great Mikey. Necron. Shout out to Necron. We know that negotiations are happening. We know how this works. We have the head of Netflix Films coming out and acknowledging the separate fandom within defend those.
Certain segment, Leon, right?
Leon was hyped. You could hear it in his voice. He was like, yeah.
Hey, I told Leon the other day that's his favorite thing in life is optics and messaging. He had no idea.
Yes. I think people they sleep on that aspect of this entire movement because the betas like to weaponize that, right?
Right.
But I don't think like there's enough thought of positivity towards like the optics and messaging that we've been doing. Like that's my thing. I don't give a shit about clout. If you like me, if you love me, if I'm on camera, none of that shit matters. I will forego all that bullshit to make sure that optics and messaging is paramount, right? Sky being at that event on the red carpet was one of the biggest W's for Cell, optics and messaging, right? So I forgot, what were we saying before that?
About the interviewer asking the question. What was it? I
Never say never.
Yeah, about never say never.
But yeah, essentially, I think to make a long story short, essentially like we always win. Oh, that's what I was saying. Aside from we always win, what I was basically saying is we know how this works, man. There are negotiations taking place. There's always there's the rumors and the murmurs. First there's the idea, then there's the rumors and the murmurs, and then you have like the Warner Brothers execs saying stuff like sell this, sell that, sell. The co-head Peter Safran saying he's cool with selling DC to third parties. We have David Zaslav.
I love when Leon breaks this down. By the way, he does it so eloquently. Go ahead, bro.
We have the head of Warner Brothers himself, David Zaslav, saying that he wants to sell to third parties, and they're specifically using the term "sell," which, if I'm not mistaken, it's always been license or this or that.
Outsource, Leon.
Oh, business,
bro.
Business.
Big business, bro. Big business.
You know about
big business.
David Zaslav is 50-50 on this one. But nah, he's definitely not. They were using terminology sell, and then
slanging out the trunk.
And Zach,
right? Leon, real quick, they was selling shit for real, like out the trunk, bro. It was like
real talk. Where I got that, when I used to say that joke, I based it on when David Zaslav was selling the fucking soundtracks from Warner Brothers. I'm like, so hold on, bro. David Zaslav is pulling up in the whip in the back of the Walmart, popping the trunk open, literally selling mixtapes from the Warner Brothers catalog. This is insane at this point.
Everything's for sale.
like everything's for sale.
Everything.
I got 5 passports. Never going to jail. I'm telling you, bro. Hey,
did y'all hear what Mr. Jimmy just said recently on Threads? I believe somebody was asking him, "Oh, how is Merry Little Batman on Amazon?" And he's like, "Oh, well, Elseworld stories, they'll continue, and they're gonna be showing up on third parties."
Isn't this an Elseworld?
But the DCU is that's connect. That's mine. But
right.
Will continue. The quote.
Hey, I just know somebody asked that man, "Hey, bro, can you tell a single cohesive Superman story?" And he said, "Yo, we're not those movies. We're us."
That's crazy. He's admitting that
that's wild.
Ever in
that's wild.
We might see
Metalo
Croc in this bitch,
right? he gonna throw
for no
reason. Right. Oh wait, who else is in there? The Metamorpho. Right, yo. How much
He
metamorpho
gonna have
we gonna
Maxwell
do?
Lord, Maxwell Lord's mom. Like what the fuck? He gonna have everybody in this.
It's like
which is his own mother, by the way. Right?
He's gonna cast his own mom, right? Basically, god dang, or his girlfriend.
Because that's Sean Gunn's mom, is it not?
Put her old makeup.
Is that not Sean? He said Maxwell Lord's mom.
And those burners, like Sil broke it down. It's funny how they're seemingly going after him, and then all of a sudden, after they get an answer, they go after Snyder fans, and then they deactivate all of a sudden. And those same type of burners are the ones who are coming under my trending day posts, trying to talk about, this is so disrespectful to Zack Snyder. You're doing it on Rebel, and I broke it down.
And you know what's funny? Sky mentioned something before. He said that whenever he interacts with an actual person, he gets cooked. You ever notice that? whenever Jimmy interacts with an actual person online, he gets cooked. With these burners, he be owning their ass.
Right.
When it's real people, it's like cricket. I'm gonna say one more thing too. A certain KC Washed is out here saying shit like everything's gotta go through Gunn. But you guys already mentioned that Mary Batman that didn't go through him. Like,
nope.
Is he stupid?
Is the Batman 2 going through James Gunn?
Right. Even Gunn himself has said that his shit is going through him. It's like the one thing he's ever told the truth about. That he has, DC Studios has a specific thing that they're doing. Every other thing is its own thing. And it's Warner Brothers Pictures, and they decide what they want to do outside of the DC Studios model. They got Joker 2 coming out.
Shout out to the scribes.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What else they got coming out? All this different shit that's coming out.
Joker 2 is a great example too, bro. Yeah.
And that's probably one of the most outlandish examples because the fuck, that's just nuts. A musical, it's all types of shit. There's nothing he has to do with that. He has nothing to do with that.
Okay, but Leon, right? But hold on, let me play devil's advocate, right? Let's say that, hey, Joker 2 was, James Gunn wasn't really running DC Studios, right? Let's say Joker 2 comes out and makes $1 billion plus. And they greenlight Joker 3. Is he gonna be over Joker 3 though?
Hell nah.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so either. Right? So
dumb as hell to do that. To put him in a project that a billion and another billion. No, hell no. I'd be like, if you don't stay the hell away from this, there's obvious.
And yours made what? How much did the Suicide Squad made? Wasn't like less than 200 million or something?
Yeah.
To be exact, he actually owes money if we're keeping record. If
oh no, they were severely
owe $100 million. Yeah, he's in the $100 million loss.
Yeah,
losers.
Yeah. flop after flop.
168 million. That 100 is. Didn't BBS like do something like that, like open the weekend?
Yep. BVS made all his money up in ads.
Bro, wait a minute. Okay,
after that,
hold
everything
up.
they made was
The Suicide Squad made 168. Hold up. Total.
Damn. Total.
They made a budget essentially. That's all they made.
I think the Marvels made more than that. So
that would be nuts if Marvel.
Bruh,
TSS.
BBS made. Hold up. Let me make sure that I'm getting this right.
Yeah, it was like the opening weekend was historic at the time.
Yo, it made $2 million less than the Suicide Squad made in its entire theatrical run in its opening weekend.
Good Lord.
But BVS was a flop.
Defend the narrative, right? Like get on out there. Defend the narrative, y'all.
Comic-Con group with gunners. There's like 80 people, and there's like these 2 gunners, and I keep on trying to tell them that I was giving them like
that sounds about right. That sounds about a good ratio to real life. Yeah. If you had 80 people in a room, you would have about 2 fans of James Gunn in there.
And every time I mention something Snyder, they come in at me hard. And their argument is BVS didn't make a bill. Literally, the narrative is just being reiterated. And I just kind of let everybody, let it be. I don't try to go in too much. And I'm just like, y'all are using that same tired excuse 2023?
Bro, Peacemaker didn't even get 1 million viewers in their highest episode. Like, it made YouTube numbers for like a really good YouTube channel, but essentially like compared to that. That's fucking insane, bro.
Hey, we ain't talking no Mr. Beast, no PewDiePie. We ain't talking none of them, all right? We talking about, Watch Mojo. You know what I'm saying? He talking about somewhere around that level.
Watch Mojo.
You know what I'm saying?
Somewhere out there, like Watch Mojo video that cooked the Peacemaker's highest episode. And it's probably a fucking Zack Snyder Watch Mojo video. Hey, Watch Mojo, we're breaking down Rebel Moon details that you missed. So tune in and strap in to this 7 Samurai Star Wars Dune influence film that's gonna make more news than the Suicide Squad.
You know what? You know what? Let me say this, because I know that I am the only person here that's seen Rebel Moon. I feel so special right now. I feel so special. I feel like I've drank from the chalice. You know what I'm saying, right?
I'm so special.
But
I'm so special, so special, so special.
Hey, but I'll say this, right? I've heard a lot of talk during the build-up of this film about, oh my God, is there too many influences? Is this going to be a Star Wars movie? Is this going to be this? It looks too much like Dune. Oh my God, like, why should I be excited? This is a fucking Zack Snyder movie before it is anything else. You heard me? This is a Zack Snyder movie before this is anything else. So put some respect on that man's name. You guys should be ashamed that you tried to tell people that it was going to be a damn Star Wars knockoff, because Star Wars could never.
Star Wars could never.
Real talk, especially modern Star Wars. My God.
Dude, nah, man. Y'all don't understand. I see why they is the finalist to be able to probably win Best VFX. I see why. Bro, that Bennu, the Griffin shit, oh my God.
Yeah.
Jimmy?
Ooh.
Man.
DJ gave a shout out to Jimmy.
Oh, I totally get it. I totally get why. I totally get it. The detail on Jimmy is out of this world. Out of this world. So, hey. And I saw this thing at the same place I saw BBS, right? Which, Josh, thank you for clarifying. 3rd biggest theater in the United States.
Yes.
So, which means that hey, I was saying this after BBS. I was like, I saw this film with a bigger sample size than 99.9% of all of you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when I say that I have a good understanding of like what the demographics was feeling about this film, it's like, yo, my sample size was way bigger.
Yep.
Way bigger than all y'all's. And, you know, I got to see this film in that same theater. There was not an empty seat. It fits almost 1,000 people. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was in there ready to go. And it was an amazing experience. And I hope to be back for part 2. If y'all thought that we went all out for part 1, if y'all thought that we went all out for part 1, I need y'all to understand something. It's gonna be so much worse for part 2. It's gonna be so much worse. Because now we got a chance to work the kinks out.
Yeah.
Right. Now we got a chance to really get up there and see what the deal is. And now we got a chance to work all the kinks out. So, oh yeah.
Guy, could you imagine if we have an answer officially to whether the Snyderverse is going to Netflix? Could you imagine if that happens before part 2 comes out? I know it's in a few months, but could you imagine?
Hey, I know one thing, right? Zach is Zach gonna be in. Never mind. Look, Josh, because look, y'all thought I know, because look, I know how this works, right? We do what we did yesterday. The haters got quiet and tried to shift the conversation, right? But I had to kind of take today to kind of recuperate because I was really tired after. Like, man, y'all have no man. I've been up toiling and stressing about how we was gonna pull all this together for ever since I've known that we was gonna be able to go. As soon as it was like, yo, you could go, and I knew about 2 weeks ago, Leon, 2-3 weeks ago, 2 weeks maybe, right? It was a few days after you sent me that link, Josh. It was probably about 3-4 days later.
Okay, cool.
Right, so yeah, ever since then, man, I've been toiling, bro. Man, and yo, I ain't even got my car washed, right? I didn't get a haircut because I was waiting. I was like, yo, I'm gonna get my haircut the day I'm going. You know what I'm saying? So we've been waiting, we've been plotting, we've been planning. And if y'all think that we ain't gonna be doing it bigger and better for part 2, yo.
Austin said part 2 is gonna be different.
It's gonna be real different. It's gonna be real different. Because now we got a chance to work all the kinks out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just glad that y'all was able to rock out for sure.
Like Leon was saying, like, could you imagine? Because there, you know how like history has shown Zach he likes his dates, right? So right now we know. I think Sil tweeted it yesterday before the premiere. They're confirming that the director's R-rated cut, the Zack Snyder cut, is coming out before part 2. So if part 2's in April, okay, I'm looking at
214, bro.
214, or just stick it to
214.
Yeah, 214 is more significant. But I was also like maybe March, even like the release of
March 18th
of the Snyder cut.
I think that's too close though, but I don't know. But then again, you can kind of ride that hype right into
have an announcement. Maybe have an announcement. Could you imagine? Help marketing, like, oh, the Snyder cut's coming to Netflix.
Hey,
see the Snyder.
You're right.
So I don't know. Like, Leon, you're onto something.
Man, oh my God, it's so hard. I don't like talking about this movie, yo. Like, you guys, I really don't like talking about this movie because it's hard to speak about. Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all know, man. This movie's fire, though. It's fire. It's fire. And no, I need part 2 like immediately. Like, why isn't this shit out right now? Pump it in my veins, Josh.
Get an IV ready.
Josh, I need Rebel Moon in my IV, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up, like, part 2. Raw, uncut, bro. I need Rebel Moon right now, man. It's just, it is a fantastic film. Zach, like, I'm gonna get into all that later. It's hard to speak about, yo. It's hard to speak about because I want to say stuff and I can't. But it's an incredible film, and I think that for Zach to be able to see, a lot of directors wouldn't be able to pull this off. They wouldn't be able to. They wouldn't have the like, yo, Zach. Never mind. I'm gonna just shut up. I'm gonna go on mute.
I love it because, like Austin was saying, he was like, I don't want no spoilers. Like, no, he was saying earlier in the chat, he's like, I want to ask him, but I don't want no spoilers at the same time. But I'm so excited to just hear your excitement. Like, you can tell that you're bursting out to try to
look.
You want to say something, but
look, I'm gonna tell y'all this. Atticus Noble is like one of the hardest villains ever. When he went in that village.
Oh, you're muted. You're muted, Sky. Can you hear him, Leon?
Nope. Sky, you're muted.
You're muted. You're
Oh, it's probably muted on purpose.
Oh.
All right. I'm sorry. I had to get that out. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all don't understand, yo. Y'all
I really wanted to know. Bro. I was like,
no.
That was hilarious.
I was mad. I was like, I want to hear.
No, bro. No. I just had to get that out.
All those actors, man. I spent I stayed up way too late too. I'm a little tired myself, but I was on a high seeing you there, and I went through the interviews. Man, everybody was just showing up for Zack Snyder. Like, they were as activated. You could tell.
I didn't even know that y'all saw the chick with the horns on.
Yeah.
Right? No, because like she was walking around. I didn't know that got her with the camera, right? So I was like, damn. I don't even think that they realize that some of the fans are going like all out.
Yeah.
Nah, it was people in all kind of Jimmy shirts and Imperium shirts, man. Everybody's talking about, yo, Atticus Noble, Imperium. Like, it was all like everybody was rocking out. It was so much fun, yo. And thank y'all for letting me get that spoiler out. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to get it out.
I listened to him and Sophia Boutella talk, and I don't, sometimes I'm wondering how they pair certain people. I'm like, ooh, is this yin and yang right here? But he is like such a different transformative character, I guess, from what the interviewer was saying, because he's such a sweetheart. He's like a father, he's very like loving, and he had to really transform. And I think you can see that from
Ed Skrein?
Yeah. Francis.
Oh man, look, this dude he had like, I was getting Hans Landa vibes in certain scenes. I'm not even fronting. I'm not fronting. I was like, yo, this dude's incredible. Cause like I could see it. I could see how people would like, because at first I'm like, never mind.
No, but I think I mentioned this yesterday to Leon, that Leon asked me what my favorite thing was looking forward to, and Zach's eye for casting. that impeccable eye that he talked about, you know, when discovering Gal, when he brought the screen test with Ben, you know, that is something that I'm so excited because, of course, I know Sophia Boutella, I know Charlie Hunnam, I know Ray Fisher, right? But I don't know anything about Doona Bay as Nemesis. I don't know anything about Cleopatra Coleman as the other side of the House of Blood Axe. I don't know anything about, you know, any of these other actors, but you know, watching all of Zach's films, they're gonna bring something and gonna bring something special.
Yeah. And I will say this because I'm sorry guys, but I keep having to chime in with these little things. Like, check all your expectations for what this film is at the door. Because you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know the feel of it, right? And just embrace the ride that has been crafted for you to ride. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's just embrace the journey. And this is an incredible film, yo. It's an incredible film. I cannot wait for part 2. Like, there's so many questions that I have about how this thing is going to move going forward. I have no idea what's going to happen. A lot of times, you might be able to kind of plot where you think things might be able to go. I mean, yeah, you can speculate, but I have no idea because I was actually like, I think I saw it earlier when someone said that nobody is safe in this movie. No characters are safe. No.
All right. Can you
like,
do that?
Nobody.
Like, wacky, like crazy subversion?
No. But it's dope though. No, it's dope. It's like, yo, you really gotta be locked in.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Zach movie, man. Yo, I'm just so upset because it is similar, I guess, to a Star Wars movie because there's blasters. It's kind of right. They shoot lasers, but it's not even lasers. Yeah, it's much different, but it's just we are at a point where this is a Zach film. Go in ready to see a Zach film, and yo, it's incredible. The world building. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to see it once again tomorrow, and we're gonna be rocking out.
I'm so excited. We actually just got to the final part.
I'm not gonna give no spoilers, y'all. Like, I'm not. Yeah, come on now. I know better. I don't want to spoil anything.
You wouldn't. You're Super Sky. Superman wouldn't do that. Batman, right? Batman, maybe.
Look, if I was gonna spoil something, it would be the.
He's doing. He's playing with you, Leon. He's getting you hyped up for tomorrow.
Man, when that part happened, it was crazy.
And that's what I love is that you're gonna get to marinate with this movie. You really are gonna be able to digest. Like I was pointing out something to Castillo's Way earlier that he had never seen in BVS before, and I talked about how Zach layers his movies with so much history, so much socio-political, so much real world, right? And I can understand. From what I can sense from Digimon Hansu, there's gonna be a lot of stuff from history pulled into some of these characters' backstory, and I'm really interested in that to see how Zach, incorporates all that into a fantasy.
All that you love.
All that you love.
Show them no mercy.
So we have officially reached the end of our BVS watch along, and I know Sky is lit. Mr. Leon, Batman himself. I want to ask you, sir, as we go in to, we are under now a week, we're about a week away from this dropping on Netflix, but some privileged folks might be able to watch this movie tomorrow in a theater with Zack Snyder somewhere in the multiverse. So, Leon, sir, how are you feeling with all these little updates from Skywalker the Jedi being on the red carpet premiere, hearing that Zack Snyder was asked by a Variety interview, Mark Maron or something like that, if he was absolutely done, and Zack saying, no, never say never in this world. And how are you feeling going into the weekend, knowing that Rebel Moon is upon us, for some of us a lot closer than others? How are you feeling right now, Batman? He's doing spoilers too.
Right?
He might be doing spoilers too. But for me, I just wanted to get his opinion, because there's been a lot of stuff since yesterday, Sky, that's already been kind of, I don't know if you've been able to catch up at all. But
man, I've been so trying to be in recovery mode. You guys, man, look, because y'all don't know. I was so sick yesterday morning, Josh. You guys have you guys have no idea. You guys have no idea.
It must be when
clue,
you get,
bro.
Yeah, because that happened at Full Circle too, right?
No, man, dude. Like, I've been having like these same issues for like a long time, way before I was a YouTuber. But at this point, I'm starting to think, man, that like this is, you know, I've pushed through a lot trying to get this thing done, yo.
Yeah.
And I think that it showed me that no matter what, I still have to show up for you guys, even when I don't feel the best. Because if I wouldn't have went to Full Circle that Saturday, which I was definitely considering not going, the poster situation would have never happened. And then yesterday, if I would have let those things kind of keep me down, then we wouldn't have had the moments that we had last night. So yeah, I definitely see it as like as like a challenge that I have to hurdle. But at the same time, we ain't making excuses over here though, Josh. It's all good, bro. Like, I mean, hey, I used to say this when I was in the Army. If it ain't raining, we ain't training, right? Like, if it ain't going crazy, then I feel out of my element. It's literally never like just, oh, hey, let's just go and have a smooth ride into this, potentially game changing type of situation. Like, no, you always have to pay for these things. There's always a price that needs to be paid. And as long as we got to keep this thing going, we're going to make sure that we keep this thing going. So for sure.
And that goes into that sacrifice that I was talking about, that you've done, and how you're making it worth it for all of us. So you're not just doing it for you. You are showing up for us. And we really sincerely thank you, sir, because you're just continuing all year. 2023 has been the year of hope. And I know 2024 is going to be the culmination of inevitability.
For sure.
So I don't know where Leon went as Batman, but for you, sir, as somebody who is about to see Rebel Moon again, how are you feeling going into the weekend with the fact that Zack Snyder has said? Did you see that interview where Mark, the Variety? Never say never.
Oh, I absolutely saw it. Yeah, I absolutely saw it.
How do you feel about that?
I'm gonna share it out pretty soon. I'm not surprised. Obviously, it feels great to have that extra level of validation, right? Because we've obviously heard so many things throughout this time that Oh, shout out to Sin Havoc. It's not an immune system thing. You know, I was in the army, and me and all my army homies got some weird stuff, and we all got it in common. And it's like it's kind of weird, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we are right. That's why I don't really be tripping. It is a bit of a thing, but at the end of the day, we don't make excuses and we just push through these things. Like when you guys saw me, I had nothing but water because I had been like vomiting all day. It was crazy, Josh. But yeah, you know, we have to get these things done. But I think that you know, coming out of yesterday, what I really want everybody to know is that if you continue and you push for stuff that you guys are passionate for and everything, you can be yourself and still achieve the things that you need to. I had no idea that when I went into this thing that I would end up like meeting Zack Snyder and forming a cool table and just all these things, right? I never would have had any kind of clue. But the question that I asked myself and the question that I will ask each and every one of you guys, right, is do you feel like you have something to add to the conversation? Right? And if the answer to that is yes, then I would add whatever it is that you feel like you can add to the conversation. Right? I was someone who just gave super chats and was lurking in the streams and doing all that stuff for super long. That's how everybody knew me, right? As just being a guy that popping up in the chats, doing super chats and all that, right? Yep. So it wasn't until I started doing content and that I started really being able to feel as if I was actually adding to these conversations because I'd be watching these streams and I'd be up, you know, wishing I was on the panel all the time, right? Wishing that people would take me seriously or try to listen to my ideas and all that stuff, right? So I definitely came from that place. And so I think that with that being said, I would be crazy to think that if I was in the chat and I came from the chat and I came from, you know, being somebody that was partaking in these things from the sideline and I wasn't really jumping in like full fledged. And only if you have been thinking about it, you know, I would challenge everybody. Like if you feel like you have something to add to the conversation, add it to the conversation. Josh is one person who's just recent, right? Like, you know, that same thing. And look at where Josh is at right now, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, and we're chilling and having engagement streams, and you got half the cool table over here, right? So, yeah. No, like you guys really don't know. You can do whatever you put your mind to, as long as you guys are willing to persevere and work really hard. You can do each and every single thing that you've been dreaming of, and you will not have to really, you know, bend the knee to certain things that you feel like you shouldn't in certain aspects.
Yes, sir. You well said, Sky, because you are that. You mentioned on a stream I was doing with Bat Dan how you were watching me conversate, I think, about Rebel Moon and how you were really like proud. Like you were like, I'm watching Josh right now do his thing like a proud dad. And I
said I almost feel like a proud dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Because I was thinking about this earlier when I was at the gym when the burners were coming at me. I didn't pay attention because it's interesting that none of my, like, you know, until full circle, when I started backing y'all, I didn't start getting burners come at me. Like after the Flash was the first time when I came out championing the Flash, you and me both. I did not, tell me if I'm lying, I didn't talk to you at all. I came out of my screening and you had yours. I
Nope.
told you this as I was uploading my little reaction video with my friends. I saw your reaction as it was uploading. It took a minute. So I was like, okay, cool. He likes it too. Like in my heart, like as it was uploaded, I was like, okay, cool. It was not going to be like some awkward thing. But I started adding my voice in the conversation because of you, sir. 100%. Because of you. I've been watching. I found Sil first, Sil and Mikey. And because of that, started watching y'all over the years. And I wore this on BVS Watchalong Day because this is what I wore, apparently, according to you, to inspire you.
That's facts, man. Yeah, that, bro, that's a true statement. That's a true statement, bro. Like, you have no idea. Like, dude, I had already told Seal, I had already told Leon, I was like, yo, I'm not gonna wear the suit because they said no. I was reading the thing, it was like no costumes and all this stuff. And I saw you with the Superman shirt and cape on Friday. I was like, okay, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? That shouldn't really violate. And I saw you in a cowl. I was like, hell no. I'm wearing my fucking suit tomorrow. I was like, I'm wearing my suit tomorrow. I don't care what they say. I was like, I'm wearing my suit. And that's how it happened.
That's how it happened. And that's continued. That inspiration, I think, has continued with other people in this movement because you've just seeing you continue to do these spaces, show up, to make yourself vulnerable to record people recording certain messages to come at you and trolls to come into your space when you're willing to have an open, honest conversation with people who don't.
That was a crazy moment, Josh. That was a crazy moment, bro. That was a crazy moment. They come in there with recording.
Not once, but twice. You let them come back twice, and you put yourself out there, vulnerable.
Bro, they press pause and then press play when I brought them back up.
And it was Leon backing you up, the tag team in the corner. So let me ask you this. And I was like, oh shit. When Leon interjected, I was like, it's a recording. It's a recording.
He was like, why are you still talking? Why are you still talking? Is this a recording? Why are you still talking? Why are you still talking? I was like, yo, this is crazy.
And that is something that, you know, it takes a man to be able to be vulnerable to that because you're opening yourself up to more criticism and some stuff you've already gotten right, but you're willing to take it. And why are you willing to take it? For us? And I told you on the space after that I was really inspired by you. And the reason why I'm doing these watch-alongs, you're doing the official ones, right, for this movement. But I'm just trying to get as little, as much engagement as I can for this platform, for the fans, because that's what y'all have been pushing, number one. The trending is awesome. We're going to go hard next week, right? But the real way to make an impact with this company and this corporation, like Peely was saying, we're doing all this marketing for them. We're worth a lot of money. We are.
Right?
We
invest.
Are. But we're doing it.
Invest in the Snyderverse.
You're doing it because you are passionate about it. So never forget that passion, sir, because it has inspired me to come out to support you guys. You're genuine people. You are, like I said, you are Zack Snyder-esque. You are. Leon is. Good Austin is. Necron is. Sil Abdul is. Mikey Sutton is. Bat Dan is. Mama Bear is. A-Pass is. Everyone. Sin Havoc is. Integrity is. Castillo's Way. Everyone who's been rocking out, following these ROEs, you're all Zack Snyder, because that's why he gave us that symbol that Austin found out was made for us. So thank you for everything that you've done for this movement. It's just getting started, baby. It's just getting started. And I'm so proud of you, Sky. I really am. I'm a proud dad right back to you. It goes both ways,
bro. For sure.
I'm gonna check in real quick. Leon, are you there, sir? Do you have anything to add? I know it's late, and Mr. Sky's got a busy day tomorrow. I don't know if you have a busy day too, Leon. But I just wanted to see if he had anything to add while we close out. But either way, this weekend's going to be hype. I'm going to be checking all day tomorrow because I know there's going to be a screening of Rebel Moon with Zack Snyder in the house. So who knows who's going to be in the building tomorrow? Who knows? But
who knows? Who knows?
Who knows? I think I mentioned this to you. I want to keep the engagement train going with your blessing, though. Are you cool with me doing a Suicide Squad 2016 watch along tomorrow?
Hey, bro, have at it. The more engagement, the better, Josh Herrera.
All right, with your blessings, sir. That's why I didn't want to step on any toes because you've
been blessed, bro. Nah, everything's gravy. Everything's gravy. We're not shipping.
We got those reports coming in for the engagement, specifically.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's what my thought was. I was like, this just furthers that we just need to keep. I got Black Adam playing right now, so
I'm seeing Rebel Moon twice tomorrow. So
you got to get some sleep, then, sir.
Absolutely.
So the chat,
I think Leon might have passed out or something too. I know that East Coast time is a little crazy. It's like almost 12:30.
Well, I want to thank you both for coming, Leon. I'm sure you'll catch this on the replay. Y'all have a busy day. Thank you for everyone who showed up in the chat, pressed play on BVS. The watch-alongs are going to continue with Mr. Skywalker, but he's going to be a little busy with Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon this weekend.
Just this weekend, and then we back at it.
I'm going to be doing Suicide Squad tomorrow. So I'll be looking, though, on Twitter X and see if I see anybody I recognize in that screening with Zack Snyder. So I'm excited, homie. Shout out to you.
Absolutely.
Doing great things. Leon, we love you, man. Thank you so much to Superman and Batman showing up. Hashtag sell ZSJL to Netflix. Hashtag sell Snyderverse to Netflix. Official trending day in 1 week. Followed by Rebel Moon Watch Along on Skywalker the Jedi's channel. Thank you so much for joining us. We out. Peace.